We're here. We are here. Hi, everybody. How you doing? It is Friday, March the 11th, 2022. Welcome one, welcome all to this show. It's your buddy here, Uncle Bruce with Stock Markets with Bruce, saying hi to everyone around the world. Global audience as usual. This show. Nice to have you here today. It's Friday, option expiry day. Lots to watch as usual. Keeping an eye on the futures markets. They were, mildly positive, wonderfully positive. Now we're kind of mediocre positive again, but it is a positive looking open at the moment. We're up 276 on the Dow futures. We were around 100 something a couple hours ago, and then we got up to about 400 something. Now we're at 276. The S&P up 41, and Nasdaq is up 163. Again, all futures. The Dow's up 0.86 of a percentage point. The S&P up 0.97 and Nasdaq 1.23%. So it's positive, definitely positive. Crude oil only up 37 cents a barrel. We're at 106.23. This is a good sign. We're hitting lower highs on oil now. The last 4 or 5 days in a row seems to be, we early this week, it looked like we were going to hit 130 a barrel, 140 a barrel. We had the highs of the week early. Then we've had successive highs that were lower than the day before's best highs. So we got up to 115, we got up to 108, now we're up to 106. And then we go lower as the day goes on, our time, our market time. So we're watching this closely to see if we're going to test the 100 level today, because we're not hitting 110, we're not hitting 115, we're not near 120 anymore. There doesn't seem to be this imminent dread that, we're going to 140 bucks a barrel all of a sudden. It's like, wait a minute, we may have topped out here a little bit for a quick run, and now the consolidation is kind of falling into place. So 106.27 is the current price of crude. 4 days ago, you would have thought that was a bargain. Now it's a resistance, like this is the upper end. 110 might be a resistance level that we can't get over for a while. So if we test 100 and break it, that'll be interesting. I don't think we're going to be under 100 by the end of the night today, by the end of today. I think with the weekend coming up and a lot of, weekend developments that'll happen tomorrow and Sunday, come Monday, we'll see where we're really at with the Ukraine thing and, everything else. And then we'll see if Monday or Tuesday we break 100 and go back to the 90s, or we stay here, 105, or do we now resume a march higher? We'll see. Each day that goes by, we're coming into spring. It's still winter. It's March 11th. Yes, but it is not January the 11th. It is March the 11th. 30 days from now is April 11th, not February 11th. So we are coming out of the cold, brutal weather. The days are getting longer, 2 minutes a day on the sunset side and on the sunrise side. In the northern hemisphere, the further north you go, the longer the days are getting, more sunshine. The angle of the sun is higher, meltage on snow. Yes, okay, so you get it. Dependence on crude is dropping, and natural gas is dropping to heat homes overall. You can still have a very cold night and it's uncomfortable, but the overall picture for the global consumption of energy is dropping in the northern hemisphere as each day goes by. We're getting ready to move the clocks, so get ready. We'll see. Okay. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I just don't know. I was a little late starting this morning because I was reading a comment and I was trying to understand what was going on. Now, Nucio, you've written this comment to me, and then you corrected yourself a little bit. So I was trying to figure out, what is he asking me, or what's going on here? So could you buy, well, in reality, could you write 30 covered calls for January 2024? And I'm thinking we're talking about SoFi here, I think. Could I write 30 calls for SoFi, January 2024 expiry, $10 strike price? All right. The answer on that, of course, is yes. Can you get a fat premium? That's what I want to double check right now. So I am looking up the option chain live on the air to see what we have. Now, this option chain is from yesterday. So January 2024. The $10 call option is showing a bid ask of 360 to 375. Now, the question was, if I wrote 30 of these calls, if I have 3,000 shares, I could write 30 calls with a $10 strike price. I get the premium. Yes, you would get the premium of between 360 and 375 per share. In other words, you would get about $10,000. Yes. And if I get exercised, they take me out for $10 a piece. Yes, they would. And I get to keep the premium. Yes, you would. So, Nucio, if you were to go out there and let's say you don't have any shares whatsoever, you went and bought them right now at $9.54 a share. You bought them. 3,000 shares. You dropped the money and bought 3,000 shares. You could write 30 covered calls. And if you brought in $3.60 a share just on the bid, that would be $3,600 per thousand. Multiplied by 3, it's $10,800 would come in cash now. You'd get 10.8 now in cash for committing your stock for $10 a share until January 2024. And if you were to be taken out, the shares, let's say they go to $12 and you got bought out, you would be paid the $10 on the premium that you wrote, the strike price. That's your 30 grand back. Get to keep the 10,000 whatever, in this case, his example, 10,950. And you would have $40,950 for an investment of, right now, $28,500. Yep. It's called making money. Just writing a 10. Yep. You could write a 1250 and bring in almost 290 on those. If you were exercised on those, you'd get 1250 a share, plus the premium that is almost $10,000, about $9,000. So you get 9,000 premium plus the 37,500. That would give you $46,500 instead of 40,950. You'd get even more money. You want to write 15s because you think the stock could go beyond that. If the stock can go over $15 in the next year and a half, 3 quarters, till January 2024, not 2023, 2024, you can write right here $15 calls against your SoFi, and you'd be paid probably about $245 to $250 a contract, $250 a contract times 30 contracts, $7,500 now. And if you get taken out at 15, you're getting paid 45 grand later, and you got the 7,500 already. That's $52,500 for an investment right now of $27,000. That's called making money. Yes. And so you could say to yourself, "Oh, geez, Bruce, I got all this equity in my house. I have this IRA. I've got this 401k. I'm sitting on all these mutual funds, and I'm sitting on all these ETFs, and I'm sitting on all these investments my employer put me into, and they're getting 3-4%, returns, blah, blah, blah. Why don't I just buy 100 grand worth of this stuff? Instead of buying 1,000 shares or 2,000 shares, why don't I buy 10,000 shares of SoFi? Buy 10,000 shares of SoFi for $95,500. I'll drop $95,500 and buy the stock in the pre-market right now. And then when the market opens up, I'll write 100 calls that are $15 strike price for January 2024. Bring in $250 a share. Let's say I offer them at $250 and I get taken out sometime today or tomorrow. I get taken out. I get 25 grand back right now. I have 10,000 shares. I got $250 a share cash. That's $25,000 of my 95,000 back instantly in cash. So I'm really only out 70 grand. I've invested $70,000 into 10,000 shares of SoFi. The catch. The shares go down in value. You still are a shareholder of stock. If they go down to $7 each, you now have $70,000 worth of stock that you paid $95,000 for, but you did get $25,000 in premiums, so you're even on your in total investment, right? Okay. Those options you sold for $250 a piece will go down in value if the stock goes down in value, obviously, because these are $15 exercise contracts. but the stock's on only $7, let's say. Again, I'm just throwing you the options, the variables. But those calls might be worth $1.75 or $1.50 now. They'll be worth less money. Theoretically, you could just buy them back and now turn around and write $12.50 contracts at probably $2.25 to $2.50 a piece. In other words, you could probably bring in another 50 cents a share, maybe 75 cents a share more in cash now to write a $2.50 lower strike price. If you did that, the bad news is you would get $2.50 less a share if they go up. But the good news is you get 75 cents a share more now in money, and that's $7,500 more dollars, dropping your cost to $6.25, or $6.25. Because right now you pay $9.50, you got $2.50, cost is $7. You bring in another 75 cents, your cost is $6.25. I'm doing this on the fly. Give me a break. Stock goes to $5, keeps going, drops, goes to $5 a share. Disaster, right? Okay, you buy back your 12.50s now for $1.25, $1.50, and you write 10s. Those will bring you to $2.50. You'll make another 75 to $1 a share premium gain cash. Again, that's 7,500 to 10,000 more cash coming in. Compensation to you for a dropping market, right? So you bought them at $9.50. You got $2.50 up front for these premiums. Your cost is $7. You bought those calls back, sold new calls at $12.50, brought in 75 cents a share, brought your cost down to $6.25. Stock dropped again. You bought the calls back. You wrote new $10 calls January 24, and you've dropped your cost by another 75 cents. Your cost now is $5.50 a share. Net cost to you is $5.50 a share. They go up. 6 months later, it takes forever. It takes for bloody ever, but they go up. And they get to $11 a share. And you get exercised at $10 because you wrote the 15s, bought them back. You wrote the 12.50s, you bought them back. You wrote the 10s. You didn't buy them back. And you get exercised at 10. Did you make any money? Well, you're going to get $100,000 for those shares. And all the money you've reaped in the meantime, that's in your account already, is yours to keep. And you brought in $2.50. Then you gave back $175 of it, and brought in another $2.50. So in effect, you brought in $3.25, and then you added another 75 cents to your pocket. You added $4 cash to your account, roughly, maybe $45,000 if you pulled it off. You brought in $40,000 to $45,000 in cash already, and now you're getting $100,000 cash to take a hike. Yeah, you make money. You're making money. The premiums can pay you handsomely. Yes. Even down here, even with these shares, yes, you can do this. You can do this with Matterport. You can do this with Rklb. You can do this with whatever. It's just a question of what kind of premiums can you get for how long out do you want to go? How long would you like to do it? Stock goes to $25 a share. I got bad news for you. Your 10,000 shares would have been worth $250,000, but you don't get $250,000. You paid $95,000 to buy these 10,000 shares, and then you wrote options against them for about $45,000 with these rollovers as it went down to $5. Again, I'm assuming, the worst case scenario, just go right down to $5. You've rolled over, and you've got $45,000 in cash. You got your stock. You're going to get out of 10. You're getting $14.50 a share. That's all you're going to get. $14.50. You're not getting 25. But wait a minute. You only paid $95,000, and you're getting $145. You made $50,000. Is that okay? Can you get $50,000 return on your $95,000 on anything else right now? No GIC I know of. No government U.S. 10-year note's going to give you that for the next 6 months, a year, 2 years. No. It's a return. There you have it. Yeah, there you have it. That's how option writers win, even when they're losing. How are you losing? Well, you could have made $100,000 more if you'd not done anything. If you just bought the stock and let it go all the way down, and you just hung in there and you folded your arms and fretted about the fact that they're now $5, and then they went all the way up to 25, and you finally sold them at 25. Do you have the discipline to do that? I don't think so. I don't think any of you have it. You guys aren't experienced enough. No, you guys are going to go nuts if this thing drops $3, $4. You're going nuts already. So write contracts and bring in this cash and say, all right, pay me to hold this stuff. God darn it. I bought this SoFi at $15 a share. I'm averaging 50. I'm upset. Of course you're upset. So take in this cash by selling these contracts and do whatever you like. Now look, if the shares don't go any lower, they're sitting at 9 to 10 for a while. You wrote these 15s for $250 a contract. You're selling for $17.50. That's what you're doing. You get $15 contract with a $250 premium. You're offering your stock for $17.50. Well, here's my attitude on it: is if you sell these contracts now for $250, you have 3,000 shares like Nucio was talking about here. You're going to bring in $7,500. Well, you can buy right now at $9.50 a share with $7,500 cash. You can buy 7,500 more shares or 750 more shares. Throw in a couple of bucks, you can buy 800 shares easy. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to write 8 more contracts for $250 a piece and bring in another $2,000, which could buy you another 200 shares, which means you write 2 more contracts and bring in another $500. So what you're doing here is you're going from 3,000 shares to 4,000 shares. You're writing 40 contracts and you're saying to the market, you son of a bitches, you can have my stock at $15 a share until January 2024 by giving me $250 on top of it. I'm selling out 4,000 shares at $17.50, and that's the profit I'm going to make. Well, if your average is 15 and you're buying 1,000 more shares at $9.54 a piece or something like that, you are bringing your average down probably to the $13.50 range, and you're offering your stock for $17.50 from now until 2024, January. You get it. You get taken out. You've made $4 a share on 4,000 shares, 16 grand profit. That's what you're saying. Now, obviously, if a year from now the shares are at $14 a share, $15 a share, these contracts aren't going to be $250 anymore because they got a year to go, but they're only $1 out of the money. You know, they'll be about $2. If 6 months later, like a year and a half from now, as these contracts are now coming into their expiry, they're 5-6 months to go before they die. These contracts will be trading at $1.10, $1.20 if the stock's going to be $13 to $15, something like that. Right? You can buy them back. You can always buy those contracts back and write new leaps for 2026. January 2026, $20 contracts. Because when the stock was $9.50, you wrote 15s. Well, when the stock's at 15, you're going to write 20s. So you buy back your calls for $1 and sell 2026s for $2.50, bringing in another $1.50 in cash on 4,000 shares, $6,000 cash, and you're offering your stock for $20. Take me out. Even if you don't buy a single extra share, you're saying to the world, you can have my 4,000 shares at $20 each. Give me 80 grand for those. I already got another bunch of money here. Thank you very much. On the other hand, you could take that $6,000, buy more stock at 15, 400 more, write another 4 contracts, bring in another 1,000. See what I'm getting at? You're going from 4,000 to 44, maybe 4,500 shares now. Now you're at 4,500 shares at $20 a piece, 90 grand. Are you into this thing for 90 grand? No, you're not. See what I'm saying? Leaps can do this for you. Nucio has an idea that makes sense. But Nucio is also thinking, I understand the limitations. I see the upside. This is great. Geez, Bruce, I get $40,950 if they take me out. Yep, you do. Chances are you might just buy back your calls and rewrite new calls further out for more money. And I would encourage you to do that and make the option players pay you to hold the stock, even though it's $9.50 a bloody share right now. Drives us nuts, but that's what it is. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? There you go. Let's see what happens here. Oh my gosh. SoFi is dying, Nova says. At best, it's get acquainted. You might get 50% of the money back. Options are worthless on SoFi. They'll never print. Focus. See, there's the typical attitude of a SoFi desperado shareholder. I get it. We're all upset. It's down at $9.52. Are we happy? How can we possibly be happy? But there are things we can do to be compensated for this slight inconvenience of our money being, discounted right now. We don't like it. Well, like I say, you can write a contract for June of this year, for January next year, June 2023, or January 2024. You pick the one you want to write at what exercise price you want. But there are ways to play this and say, I want to get more of these shares down here. I don't want to miss the boat at 950. I don't know if this is the low of all time, or if this is a price on the way to 5, or if this is a price where we're going to sit around at for a year, or whether we're going to go up to 13 to 15 again in the next 3 months. I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know if there's going to be a war in Moldova, if the Russians are going to invade Poland. I don't know. All I know is what I see happening here. This is what I know. I see it. I'm here. We're watching it, doing the best we can with what we got. So if you're going to write calls, leaps as it were, and you bring in these dollars, and you just use those dollars to just say, I'm not buying anything with this money, Bruce. I'm just going to take this money in and going to lick my wounds here, and I'm going to keep this dry powder handy. I'm not buying another single share of SoFi. No. I'm just writing it off by just writing these leaps and taking this money off the table, and I've reduced my price by $2.50 a share. I'm averaging 15. Now I'm down to a $12.50 average because I got $2.50 a share back in my hands, and I'm going to do something else with it. Okay, great. It's okay. Buy something else with it if you want, or pick up an in-the-money call option or 2 or 3 on other stocks. Start writing calls on those. Yep, you can do all of this sort of stuff. It's up to you. But if you're a true believer in the long term, and you believe in buying low and averaging down and waiting out the win because you like SoFi's overall business plan and how they're growing out their business, they're about to allow you to write options in their stock accounts, in their stock app. You think that SoFi is going to stop and just merrily let Robinhood go ahead and steal all the business? They're going to steal Robinhood's clients. They're going to try to steal Fidelity's clients. They're going to try to steal TD Ameritrade's customers. Then they're going to offer them credit cards. They're going to offer them personal loans. They're going to offer them all kinds of services online. This is a chartered bank now. This isn't a trading app company. This is a full-blown chartered bank. These guys are serious. They're going after all the other bankers and brokers and fintech whatevers and steal their business. You think this thing's going to be $9.50 a share for a while? I don't think so. That's my personal opinion. You have to decide for yourself. So if you grab whatever cash you can through leap writing and whatever, and you pick off this paper at $9.50 to get you average down to $12.50 a share, $13 a share, and you're writing more calls to bring in more cash to keep that average down to buy more shares, way to go. I say, I think it's a smart move. But you gotta have faith, people. You gotta look past this last 5-6 weeks, because these have been brutal weeks. These last 5-6 weeks have been not fun, but they're not your fault. They're not my fault. They're just the world. We're in a world of higher interest rates, higher inflation, supply chain issues, a pandemic, and a war in Ukraine. With a moron in Moscow, we got another moron in Beijing who's doing his goofy shit, and we got to deal with it. Well, you better start dealing with it and just get over yourselves. Get over your frustration. I'm not talking to every one of you, by the way. There's a few of you out there who are overreacting to this market like it's the end of the bloody world, and it is not. This is a market that is in flux right now. And there are certain stocks and companies that will not do well in the next 2 years because they can't handle inflation increases. They can't handle increased interest costs very well. There are entities out there who have problems with supply chain issues. All right, SoFi isn't one of those. SoFi higher interest rates makes them more money. SoFi higher expenses from property taxes and higher city taxes and higher security fees for their branch locations. SoFi doesn't have those problems. Bank of America has those problems. Wells Fargo has those problems. All the physical banks have problems that SoFi does not have. SoFi gets the upside of the business, not the downside of the business. The cost for SoFi to open an account for a customer is cheap. It's all digital. Do you have to walk into a branch and sign documents with SoFi? No. No. Do they need a security guard at the front door? No. Do they need alarm systems at 1,500 branches? No. They don't run into these costs. They make money digitally and they spend money digitally. They're going to become a very profitable bank on a per dollar basis of assets under administration. They're going to be very high yielders of money. You've just got to give them time to grow big enough to get to that economic of scale. And they're quickly growing. You know that. There it is. So yeah, I like the idea of buying this thing up. Anyway, become Warren Buffett, kids. Cross your arms. But there are moves you can make. If you need to, you want to, you'd like to, you're willing to, yeah, sure. You can write leaps. You can write calls way out, bring in cash and buy a bunch of paper up here. It's all relative, you know. The shares go up to $12. You'll get more money for your 15s, but it'll cost you more money to average your shares down. So you're not ahead. You're going to end up, if you end up with 3,000 shares now, you got 3,000 now, and you're going to end up with 4,000 shares today because of the moves I've just talked about with these rollovers, great. But if you wait until the stock's at $14, $15, you're going to be writing $20 leaps, and you're still going to work on trying to get to 13, 14, 1,500 shares. It makes no difference. So you can move now or you can move later. Moving now, I think, is a good idea because these prices are dirt bloody cheap. And writing a leap for 50% higher than what the stock is trading at, I like this idea. I like this a lot. At 15 a share, you might not be able to write 2250s and get that kind of return. You might have to write 20s to get that kind of return. Where here you can write 15s that are 550 out of the money. That is a huge payoff for you. You're offering time. It's the only thing you're offering. You're offering time to the option buyer who's prepared to give you a reward for the time. But put in offers, put in stink offers on these contracts and make them come up to you. Don't be in a hurry to write these. See what happens. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Yes, patience is the game. Patience is the game. Anyway, Kareem, Uncle Bruce, since you're talking about SoFi, can you please remind me who the new deal they made for all stock is not a dilution? Look, you got to pay something to get something. If I have a company with 100 million shares outstanding and I want to buy another company over here and I'm going to use stock to do it instead of cash, I can issue stock from my treasury to buy that asset over there. But when I make this move and I issue, say, 10 million more shares to buy these guys, I dilute my company or I increase my float or my share outstanding by 10%, right? Yeah, okay. But what did I just add to my company? Value. What do you mean? Well, I just bought this company over here. I bought this company and its assets, its cash flow, its earnings, its employees, its knowledge. The whole enchilada is now inside my company. My company isn't worth, let's say it was worth $50 million when I had 100 million shares out. Now my company is worth $70 million because I bought this company over here. So SoFi is larger today. SoFi is worth more actual money today by acquiring the company they acquired a month ago. Is it Technisys, I think it's called? In an all-stock deal. To me, this screams success. Screams it. Why? Because the guys who sold out didn't want money. They wanted the paper of SoFi. They wanted to become shareholders of a publicly traded company rather than be owners of a private company. They wanted to go from a private company to become a public company, and they took nothing but stock, no cash. I don't know what a bigger endorsement there is than that. If those guys would have said, well, we'll take 80% in cash and 20% in stock, that's a lukewarm reaction to the market. That's all that is. Where it's 100% in stock, All stock of a stock that has come down from 25 to whatever. Remember, it used to be 10, went to 25, went to 15, went to 25, back to 50, now down to 10. We know the history of SoFi. These guys know the history of SoFi. They wanted paper. Are they upset right now that it's 9.50 a share? I don't think they're upset at all. They're going, we don't care about today's price. We didn't sell our company over to SoFi for a 30-day time frame. We didn't think the stock would go to $20 just because we got vended in. We weren't that full of ourselves. We're happy to take the stock knowing we can't get out of any of this stuff for probably at least a year. And the senior management of Technisys, the top 10% shareholders of that private company, they're not going to be able to sell stock in SoFi for probably 2 years. But they don't want to sell stock in the next 2 years. They're going to be involved with SoFi for the next 10 years because they're not thinking about this month's quarter and this month's trading pattern and how the stock is fluctuating. It doesn't matter to them. They couldn't give a crap. These folks are going, we started Technisys, I don't know how many years ago, with nothing. We've generated this company to a certain size. And inside SoFi, with all of its divisions, we are going to take SoFi and help it become a 10-time larger company than it is now. We'd rather be in now at basically the ground floor because remember, when Technisys vended in, the stock was about $12 a share. The company went public originally at $10 a share. These guys at Technisys were smart to vend in when they did, because had they vended in 6 months earlier when the stock was 25, they would have got half the stock that they got ultimately. By vending in at 12, they got double the number of shares. They're happy campers. They took all stock because they know what I think I know, and that is they're looking at a $100 share price for the stock. They're not looking at 15 or 20 or 22.50 or maybe we'll get to 25 again. They couldn't give a crap about that. They don't give a crap about you and you hoping it'll go to 20. They don't care. They're looking at 100. They're down the road so far that you and I, we're memories. We may not be around in 3 years with SoFi shares anymore. Because once they hit 25, 35, most of you are going to sell out. Because you're going to go, oh, thank God I got my money out. And I finally made money on this investment. Oh, that guy, Uncle Bruce, he screwed me over. Told me to buy it when I was 22. And he kept telling me to buy it when I was 15. And went down to $10. I kept buying it. Finally got my money out and I'm out of here. I'm never going to listen to him again. And off you go. And the stock just keeps going without you because the stock doesn't care. The company doesn't care. It's going to grow and it's going to get bigger and it's going to get more profitable. And about 10% of you that are here now will still be here in about 3 years. Or let's put it this way. About 10% of you, 20% of you will still be shareholders of SoFi in about 3 years. The rest of you will long taken off. You talk the talk about what you're going to do, but it's human nature. How can you not want to take advantage of a profit? I'm screaming at you to write options. I'm yelling at you that if it hits 2025, don't sell your stock. Don't sell your call options that you're way up on. Start writing options on this stuff. Get paid for get the reward for all this time you put into this thing. But some of you will listen to me and some of you will not because you think you're smarter than I am. And it's up to you. It's your money. It's your life. It's not my life. You got to make a decision yourself. It's okay. It's not personal. It's business. But these guys over here at Technisys, they're not thinking about the stock at 9.50. They couldn't give a crap. They couldn't care less. They have their day jobs with the company. They're going to continue to work for Technisys under the SoFi banner. And they're thrilled that they're into a publicly traded company called SoFi at the price they got in at. They're thrilled because they know that down the road, their contributions and the other divisions that they know of inside SoFi already, it's a $100 stock. And 5 years down the road, it's a $200 stock, $250. And there will be 1% of you left still holding it. 1 in 100 of you will still be holding something to do with SoFi that are holding it now. Some of you might be in and out, and in and out, in and out. Yeah, whatever. It's okay. But at the end of the day, these Technisys folks, a lot of them are going to be shareholders in 5 years still. And they're going to be sitting on a triple handle, 100 to 200 to share something. And they're going to go, remember we made that deal back in 2022, 2021? The stock went down to 950. Remember those old days? Oh, those are fun times. I wish I had more stock. I really do. I wish I had more stock. But, Technisys was worth what it was worth, and we got so many shares, and that's all we got. And now we're at 180 a share. It's great. Yeah, that's the story here. That's what's going on. Dilution, dishmution. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Forget about the dilution factor. It is a nothing burger. There's nothing to it. You've got to get over it. You've got to shut that off. Anyway, it's okay. I understand. You're frustrated. It should be higher. Why is the market going down all the time? Why are they picking on me? I get it. I get it. I know. It's human emotion. Totally human emotion. I totally understand it. I've been around since '79, and this was my job. This is what I used to do. I used to get the phone calls every week from my clients who were worrying, rightly so. Bruce, I put all this money into these stocks you talked about, and I'm just getting hammered here. What do you think I should do? Well, I'm saying, hey, I'm a long-termer. And you just got to hammer it out and grind it out and just, are you going to quit your job today? No, I'm going to keep working. Well, then just go back to work and do what you do. Let your investments be your investments. They're called investments. They're not called flips. They're called investments. We love it when we buy a stock for $1 and a week later it's $5. Oh, we love stuff like that. Doesn't happen very often. But it occasionally can happen. But, we grind them out. And in the old days, back in the 80s and the 90s, if you used to get 5 to 7% return on your money every year, that was considered good performance. For decades, that was considered good performance. As a matter of fact, the financial analysts of the world back in the 80s and the 90s would say, you put away $5,000 a year, $100 a week, and when you retire at age 60, compounding 5 to 8% a year, you'll be worth this much money. That was the common story. And many people did that and retired comfortably doing that. But they were disciplined. Most people who were able to put $100 a week away had it deducted from their paychecks as an automatic thing, and they weren't able to, spend it on anything. But we've had shocks to the system in the last 30, 40 years as well. And it screws up the works. 9/11, 2008, the virus 2 years ago, war in Ukraine. I mean, it kind of screws things up. You got to battle through it, and just keep coming back for more. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Never get knocked off. There it is. Anyway, there you go. Guys, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. It's nice to see you. There you go. From Laura. Yeah, I got 390 SoFi in my RSP, so I could write January 2023, bring in $120, $20, then buy enough to have a 400, write one more. Yeah, that's right. You can let options bring you enough cash to buy more stock to write more options. Yes, that is the answer. That is correct. Lights are going on in my channel today. Lights are going on. Oh my gosh. How could I ever forget the time that Uncle Bruce came into my house, held a pistol to my head and said, you buy SoFi right now? How could I forget that? Those are the good old days. Those are fun times. Uncle Bruce sounds like my vice principal lecturing me. Every once in a while we need a dope slap. Putin needed one. He needs a couple more. Xing needs dope slaps, and every member of his Communist Party needs dope slaps, but I don't know if there's anyone who could give it to him. There are people all over the place that need dope slaps from time to time. They wake up. Get with it. Get real, man. But, sometimes I need a dope slap. What can I say? It is what it is, and, we just do the best we can, and here we go. Credit Savage, good morning. Simpletons and Uncle Bruce. I especially love the fact that when SoFi bought Technisys, they also acquired access to the 100 million customers they have between Galileo, Technisys, and Pagaya. Whoa, I know. But the street doesn't get it. It's not the street's fault, okay? It's not the market's fault that they're not all over SoFi right now. They have a few things on their mind right now. And if you watch CNN, it's crisis. You watch Fox, it's crisis. You watch CNBC Business, it's crisis. You listen to the radio on the way to work, it's crisis. There's problems out there that are distracting people's attention from, I think, a really good story called Sofi, Smart Rent, 23andMe, Rocket Lab, and to name a few others out there. Okay, they're all being distracted by a whole bunch of other crap out there that's getting in the way of what we think they should be paying attention to, the stocks we like the most. Welcome to the real world. This is we're trying to get eyeballs here. All right, why do I keep begging you for thumbs ups? Every single show, 10 times a show, I'm begging you people to give me thumbs ups. Because I'm a maniacal idiot? No, because I'm trying to grow this channel. Because if I can get 10,000 more people to follow this channel, to follow the 8 stocks that I keep talking about, these former SPACs, there may be 1,000 of them that are going to, I'm going to buy a couple thousand of these, which takes another bunch of stock off the street, which puts pressure on the upside of the stock. I keep begging you guys to help me out, help yourselves out. But you got to do it. You got to hit the thumbs up button. It's the stupidest little thing on YouTube there is, but boy, is this powerful. Every single YouTuber you watch, pay attention to how they ask for thumbs ups. They're always asking, some very subtly, some have a little signal, a little thing that pops up. They're begging for thumbs up because they want their message to get pushed out there. It is the battle for the eyeballs is what it's all about. And so help us out. Help yourself. Hit that damn thumbs up button. I can't make it any clearer than that. I hate to keep repeating myself, but I have to do this. I hate to have to do it, but I gotta do it. This channel's got to get larger. We have to have more followers. More followers that follow our favorite stocks means we have more followers in these stocks. And the more followers in the stocks, the more of a force we become. And more outsiders take us more seriously. Because right now, if you've got a tiny little channel with 50 people who watch you, your message goes to 50 people. No one on the street gets any of it. But we end up with thousands and thousands and thousands of shareholders of Sofi, Rocket Lab, ME, Smart Rent, Sextera. I mean, on it goes. We become a force, a serious force. And when Uncle Bruce says, here's the latest on Sofi, people will talk about this outside of this channel. They'll go, oh, they were talking about that on Uncle Bruce's channel today. They were talking about blah, 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 and this news of a takeover or this merger or this happening here, that happening there. That's what we're after, power. We're looking for power. And this is what it's all about, kids. We got to step in there and believe in what you believe in and don't stop. Never stop believing in what you believe in. Anyway, there you go. What can I say? Sometimes we have winners, sometimes we have losers. It's just the way it is. Welcome to the markets. The key here is to have more winners than losers and to be right in the long term. That's it. And you've got to have the patience. Sometimes the difference between winning and losing is being patient. How many of you have seen this happen to your accounts personally over the years, and certainly over the last few months? So many of you are impatient. You pretend to be patient, but you're not patient. You're pushing your investments to return now. And I'm telling you, sometimes you can't do that. You've just got to sit with what you have and sit back and fold your arms and relax. Because I can't control Putin, neither can you. And this guy is doing his stuff, and it's only costing his country trillions of dollars of opportunity. I mean, only trillion. I mean, most Russians right now have just realized their standard of living cut in half, and they don't realize it yet. They don't get it. They don't know it. But when it comes to that dream holiday that they have, maybe a young couple from Russia, they're 25, 27 years of age, no kids yet, they're both working, and they were hoping that next year they could take a 3-week holiday to Italy to do whatever young kids want to do in Italy. And why not? They're going to realize, oh my God, the price has tripled. We can't afford it. We can't do that. We can't get out of here. We can't even fly direct to Rome anymore. We can only fly to Ankara or to Istanbul and then connect. And we have to pay in euros, and we don't have euros. We have rubles, and they're 1/5 the value. It's out of reach. A whole bunch of Russians who were lower middle class, upper middle class, have been wiped out. They have been wiped out of the global economic scale. No fault of their own. They're just kids. They're just people trying to get by. But moron up at the top there considers Ukrainians to be subhumans. Well, congratulations, you got a moron in your capital there who doesn't understand what reality is all about. And now you're going to pay the price. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. How that's going to change, I don't know. We can speculate all we want, but I don't know. In the meantime, those of you in Europe, those of you in Canada, those of you in the United States, those of you in other G20 countries, I think we're on the right side of history here. I think we're on the right side of the conflict, and I think we're on the right side of the economic scale. And thank God for that. And so if some of you do want to have a holiday next year to California, Arizona, Florida, visit mom and dad, a trip wherever you want to go, you'll likely be able to do it at about the same price that you were expecting it to cost. Thank God for that. But there are people out there who are losers, and they're not happy about it. I can assure you there are a whole lot of people in Belarus that are not happy with their moron leader over there. They got a dictator. They don't like this guy and his riot police and secret police. And the same thing in Russia, but they're too afraid to come out and speak. Wouldn't you? If you knew that 1 in 5 people around you are being secretly paid off by secret police to rat you out, if you say anything to a friend who you think's a friend about that moron leader of ours, they rat you out, and then you get a knock on the door at 2 in the morning and you disappear for a while because you're being questioned about your loyalty to your country. Hello. You never knew who ratted you out. You never knew why. And you can't get a raise at work anymore. You can't get a promotion. You can't seem to get ahead. Surprise! Welcome to East Germany, 1985. Okay. History is really handy sometimes to kind of look at and go, oh, that's what it was like for them. What do you think it's like for these folks today? China, good God almighty. Surveillance state? Oh my God. You can't fart without being ratted out by the secret police in China. I mean, 1.2 billion people trapped like that. They have no idea what our lives are like. Most of them have no idea what liberties we actually have that we take for granted. It's unbelievable. I'm amazed at how the human race crushes its own self. It just blows my mind. In any event, there you go. That's just me. I'm just an old man ranting. We're up 205 on the Dow. We're up 31 on S&P. We're up 146 on NASDAQ. And crude is up 85 cents a barrel right now. And that's where we're going at the moment. We're 10 minutes away from opening the trades for the day. There you go. You want something good to watch? You want to be put into a good mood? You know what I do from time to time? I love doing this. I'm an old man, so you have to forgive me. I'm 66. At age 26, I wouldn't be doing this. At age 36, I started to do this, or I would have started to do this. By the time you hit 40, you definitely start doing this. When you reach your 40s and 50s, your DNA evolves, and now it changes. I love watching videos on YouTube just to clear the palate and get away from the pressures of the world, where I watch amateur videos made by pure amateur people, everyday people, where mom and dad are being told they're going to become grandparents for the first time. The pregnancy announcement videos, I love that stuff. I just love it. I love it when I can see amateur wedding proposals, marriage proposals, amateur videos, really shaky, not professionally made, not slick produced stuff. I love the pure 1, 2, 3 minute video shot in at Christmas time, and the guy gets on the knee, and it's hokey and it's pokey. I love stuff like that. I just have such warm fuzzies about that kind of stuff. I don't know why. I'm old. It's got to be because I'm old. Because in my 20s and 30s, I would never have cared about this kind of stuff. But if you want to get away from the hell on earth that we're into right now, you want to get away from watching videos about Ukraine, or you just need to get away. Go to your YouTube channel and watch these videos. Pregnancy announcements, wedding proposal videos. Wonderful. Military homecomings. Oh, Cindy, you got another one. Military homecomings. Get the box of Kleenex out. Oh my God. Love stuff like that. Love stuff when kids come home to mom and dad. They haven't seen them for 2 years, a year. Oh, when you get this old, everything changes. But it's good for you. It's really good for you. To see pure amateur-made handheld camera video, pure raw emotion. It's wonderful. It's just wonderful. That is what life is all about. How many of your parents are out there dying for you to come home and give them a hug? You have no idea. Enough of that. I got to get going. We're opening in 7 minutes. We're up 195 on the Dow. We're up 30 on S&P. We're up 140 on NASDAQ. We got business to do. I'm looking for you guys to sell contracts into an opening market of strength. I want you to look for deals. I want you to find opportunities to write. Hopefully, GameStop will take a pop. It's at 102 right now. If it go to 105, 107, I would love to see you guys write options that expire today or next Friday, in between 106 and 110 a piece. If you're looking at writing contracts on, say, Apple, we're at 159 right now. I'd really like to see Apple in the 163 range, 162, 164. You could then write 165 to 166s. Again, for today or for next Friday, but probably next Friday. Goldman Sachs, I'd really like to see this go to 340, so you can write 345s for next Friday. Cisco, 5505 right now. I'd love you to write 57s, 58s for next Friday. Microsoft, 289 right now. I would really like to see this pop another $5 to get to 295. You can then look at writing 298s to 300s for next week, Friday. Keep an eye on all of these stocks and others that you like to write options on. We're looking for a bit of strength here in the first 2 hours of the morning, and then we'll see how we can hang on to it as the afternoon wears on, because we're coming into the weekend, and a lot of professional traders may not want to be that long over the weekend, and they may want to take an exit Friday afternoon. And this is where you might have stock buyback opportunities, contract buyback opportunities, I should say, written call buyback opportunities that might be at your window. And I say grab it. Now, I have a poll question going on right now. I've written this poll question. I didn't quite know how to word it, and I put it out there, and I asked you, taking Uncle Bruce's classes has helped me make money by writing stock options. Have you out there taken my classes, and has it helped you to be able to make money in writing options contracts? Now, 200 of you have responded, 200 so far. And 46% of you say, yes, taking Bruce's classes has helped me make money by writing stock options. 54% are saying no. Now, I don't know if all 200 of you have done this, or there are some folks that are just playing games with the poll going, well, I'll just say no because I just want to screw it up. I don't know. I want to know how effective my classes are. I keep talking to you about taking my classes, and I want to know how happy are you with my classes, because I want to keep producing more of them. I get a lot of emails and people telling me, you've really helped me a lot. I have made money in the market I never thought I could make before, and I really do appreciate it. So if you would kindly take a nanosecond of your precious time when you can and answer that poll question, if you have indeed taken one of my classes, has it been helpful to you to make money in the markets? I would love to get your reaction to that. Thank you all very much. And if you can find a thumbs up somewhere in your system, please share them with us. That would be great. We have 237 thumbs ups right now. I thank you very much. I would really like to see a 500 thumbs up day this week. Haven't had one all week during the live broadcast. I would love to get the 500 thumbs ups, but it's up to you to help us out and get us there. The more we can get, the more people will come to this channel. We are 4 minutes away from opening this weekend. Hug your mom and dad, hug your kids, and let's make some money today. Okay, we're up 206 on the Dow right now. We're up 31 on the S&P. We're up 139 on NASDAQ. We're up 37 cents on crude oil. And we're about to open up in about 4 minutes. Larry Titus, I know, is setting up the bells. He's polishing them right now. He's getting ready to hit those suckers, and we're going to start trading and see what's going on. Oh, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, everybody, so much. I've taken 11. Andrew says, yes, I've taken 11 and 12. Classes 11 and 12. Learning about rollovers made all the difference for me. Thank you, and thank you for letting us know. I appreciate it. I don't understand how someone could watch your classes and not make money, says Coyote. You can make money by simply listening to this channel daily and watching how others here trade. I just posted a good article on Uncle Bruce's Facebook page and pros and cons of SoFi. Nicholas, I'm number 242. Mallow, I'm number 237. Jennifer, yes, your classes are excellent. Thank you, everybody, so much. Hit that poll question for me and let me know that it's working for you. That would be great. Thank you all so much for your, again, kind words and loyalty to this channel. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. SoFi 9.55 up 14 cents in the pre-market. A little lower than we'd like, but that's where it is. We've got the market right now up 214 on the Dow. We're up 32 on S&P, and we're up 143 on NASDAQ with 2 minutes to go before we start trading on the day. Let's see how we want to work this out. Nelson, classes are helping me. Cindy, if they said no, probably because they didn't take the class. Nicholas, what's good stink bid for SoFi this morning? Good question. Andrew, one more thing. I'll only buy options for poor man cover call trading, selling only for me moving forward. Nelson, still have more to watch, and that's it. You got to watch all 12. People ask me all the time, well, what one class should I watch so that I become an expert option writer? Hey, listen, I'm going to write a letter to Harvard. Okay, listen, Harvard, I want to become a top-notch defense attorney. Listen, law class, okay? I know you've got 5-6 years of law classes, but what one class can I watch, where I can come in once a week for an hour or two? What prof should I go to? And then I can become a top-notch defense attorney, because I don't want to incur $250,000 of student debt. Can you help me out here? Yeah, okay. The option market is a little more than a 1 hour class or a 2 hour class away from success. I mean, if anyone out there tells you that in 15 minutes they can show you how to become a very successful option writer, they're lying to you. They're selling you a bunch of snake oil. I've put 12 classes together. I'm going to probably put another 12 classes together to help you guys out. This thing is years of study and practical experience. But there are some basics you can quickly figure out as to how this works and go from there. I'm doing the best I can, but you got to invest in yourself. You've really got to want this. If you want this, it's going to pay. If you don't want it and don't invest in it, you're not going to do well. It's just that simple. How badly do you want to be successful writing call options? I would think you'd want to be really successful. In any event, there you go. Thank you. Let's go. I've learned how to trade options just listening to you, Uncle Bruce. That's how effective your teaching has been for me, at least. Thank you, Paul. Nelson is saying to Andrew, me too. Shug Knight. Are penny stocks easier to manipulate and more likely to do share offerings? I don't think so. Larry Titus, guess what? The bells have rung. Thanks, Larry, for that. I appreciate it. You do great educating folks, Uncle Bruce. I found it neat that you have the same stocks I picked out. Right on, man. There you go. Thank you, Larry, from 99 Nations. Thanks, Larry, for hitting the bells. We're open for trading. We're up and running. We're going to find out now how this market's going to treat us today. We deserve the best. It's option expiry day on Friday here, March the 11th, 2022. Welcome all to the craziness. It's nice to have you here. Early indications, I'm showing the Dow. Looks like up 236, I think. Rocket Lab looks like it's up about a dime. SoFi up a dime. GameStop up $1.82 to 102.38. At the moment, we'll see how this market settles in as we open it all up here. Thank you, everybody. I've taken Uncle Bruce's classes. I've also done one-on-ones, and I've had made money. If I can do it, Anyone can do it, and there you are, guys. Again, you gotta want it. You gotta want it. Um, if you think the markets are being manipulated, and you think there's a conspiracy against you, and you think that the world is out to screw with you and all that, well then you have limited upside in anything you do. I mean, you just limit. If you become pretty good at something that you've studied, and you are dedicated to it, you're going to see right through all of that, and you're going to find ways to, in the case of option writing, you're going to take advantage of the so-called conspiracy crap going out there. You're going to take advantage of the so-called hedge funds trying to destroy a market by being option writers. You're going to go with these guys. You're going to say, all right, make GameStop go down $10 a share. I'm writing a call option. I'm writing 20 of them. Thank you very much for the $6 a contract, $600 in profit times one contract. I just made $600. 5 contracts, I just made $3,000. 20 contracts, I just made $12,000. Thank you for the gift that keeps on giving. You guys play your games with your multi-billion dollars. I'll take thousands off the table every week, and I'll take care of my business. Thank you very much. Will you make enough money to get a super yacht? Nope. Will you make enough to buy a Tesla every week? Nope. Can it make a huge difference in your daily lives? Yes. Can it take care of bills? Yeah. Yeah. Can it replace jobs? Yes. It can easily do that. You just have to want it and study it and get into it. There you go. Jason Bruce has changed the way I look at the market. I came for the meme. I stayed to achieve my dream. There you go. Well, that's pretty cool. Thank you, Jason, for that. We're up 288 on the Dow. I'm happy about that. We've got gains. Let's see everywhere else. Let's see if I get my big ass iPad to refresh and come on in here with the whole deal. Yeah, we're up 26 on S&P. We're up 67 on the NASDAQ. Early days here, we're up 0.55 on NASDAQ, 0.6 on S&P, 0.7 on the Dow. Oil is up $1 at the moment. So there you have it. That's our early indications. And here it is. I'm here for the bagels. Swiss butter. I'm telling you right now, I could be making money. I could be learning all about option contracts. I could be talking about conspiracy theories all day long. But I'm here for one thing and one thing only. I'm here for the bagels, baby. That's what I'm here for. Tasty bagels. Uncle Bruce has changed my financial life, says Bama Babe. I think the problem for some like me, we invested in the SPACs, and most of us have been averaging down, but we are still not out of the hole with these SPACs. I agree. I do agree with that. The markets have not been kind to us or anyone else. But then again, if you were invested in all of the disruptor stocks out there, if you were all speculating on the Pelotons, the Zooms, the DocuSigns, the zillions of other disruptor stocks, all those IPOs that Wall Street brought forward the last 2 years that were legitimate underwritings by the legitimate business of Wall Street, you're getting your brains handed to you right now. I mean, what of these IPOs are up anyway? It is what it is. We have to fight through it and just keep on going. And that's what we're here to do. Bobby, I'm here to learn and make money. I stay for the bagel eating, though. There you go. Coyote, not out of the hole yet. We'll see if we can get out of the hole, though. 264 is the gain now on the Dow. 16 cents on Rocket Lab. We're unchanged on SoFi at 1940.41. GameStop 101.75 up 119. AMC down 18 cents. Matterport is at 734 up 22. ME up 2 cents. Spire up 1.4. ATIP unchanged. Smart Rent down a penny. Sextera up a nickel. Still too early to call. Robinhood is up 27 cents. Manic Vector's up $255 to $254 a unit. Home Depot up $257 a share. IBM up 27 cents. Microsoft 287.44. 287.77 up 218. Apple up 36 cents. Goldman is up $6 to 336. Cisco up 93 cents. Facebook down 420. Amazon up $29. Tesla down 3.25. Google up 21 bucks. We got Bed Bath Beyond down 2 cents. BlackBerry up 9. Royal Caribbean up 48 cents. Watching JP Morgan up $1.10. Costco up $9.39 a share. Walmart up 77 cents. Nvidia up $3. And there's our early signs of this market. 293 gain on the Dow, improving and strengthening, which is good. Rocket Lab up 889, trying to get back to 9, up 15 cents. SoFi down 6 to 934. Ridiculous. True, but truly ridiculously at 934. 2.4 million traded this morning on SoFi. GameStop 101.78 up 122, AMC down 30, Matterport up 15, ME unchanged, Spire up 1.4, ATIP up 3, SmartRent up 3, Sixtera up 5. Mostly green, except for SoFi and AMC. We're up 296 now, 297 on the Dow Jones. There you have it. That's where we're at. Bama Babe, I'm making money on GameStop, Goldman Sachs, SMH by writing covered calls. Coyote, Uncle Bruce also changed my financial life. I did not have responsible adults or parents in my life, grew up poor, so I never understood the market or how to save, invest. Literally changed our lives. What a nice thing to say. Uncle Bruce, I love your classes and your teachings because I truly feel selling contracts is my niche in the markets. You're one of the only YouTubers that shows the profitability of writing and not gambling on calls. That is the difference right here. Is anyone out of the SPAC hole? I'm in the hole with you guys. Uncle Bruce classes have helped me, says Big Daddy. Thank you so much, you guys. Could our SPACs be doing better? Of course, but the concepts, lessons, and ideas that I've learned from Uncle Bruce and other traders here will last me a lifetime. That's what I'm here for. Long-term thinking. Again, thank you. Kind words indeed, and thank you very much, everybody. We are now looking at that poll question. We've had 237 votes come in, 48% saying yes, these classes have helped me make money by writing contracts. 52 are saying no, so this is coming a little higher on the yes side all of a sudden. That's nice to see. Again, thank you, all of you. In 5 days, it will be 1 year since I had to change the entire trajectory of this channel from what it was to what it is now. A year ago today, roughly, we were under assault and under attack by tens of thousands of haters. I felt, certainly, it was just relentless. We were being watched by hundreds of thousands of people a day on the meme craze that was going on. Absolutely nuts. And I wanted to run a channel that talked about the stock market in plain English for people to understand what was going on. But there were many, many people out there desperately looking for a guru that would tell them what to buy now that could make them a millionaire later today or this week or this month. And this channel was one of many channels, many others who were being viewed and discovered by desperate investors trying to find someone who could tell them how to make an easy, quick buck. And unfortunately, I disappointed a lot of people out there back in February and March of last year when I kept saying, you got to be an investor. You can't be a flipper. And you have to understand how the markets work before you can even participate in how the markets work. And if you think you're going to make money being lucky, good luck to you, because you might as well just go and buy a lottery ticket and get ready to lose 9 out of 10 times. And when you do win, you get a $2 subsidiary prize. I really upset people a year ago when I gave my honest opinion on AMC. When I honestly said to people, here's what I really think about AMC's finances and prospects and situations. And a lot of people felt that, well, you're not a promoter. And I'm going, I know I'm not a promoter. I'm definitely not a promoter. I am not paid by any public company to speak on their behalf. Never was, never want to be. And yet people didn't believe it. They were convinced that I and dozens of other YouTubers out there were all paid professionals to just spill the propaganda on behalf of public companies. And it was just over a year ago, March the 16th, that this channel shifted from being a wide open channel that anyone could come to, anyone could comment on here, and anyone could comment on the comment section down below on any of my videos. All of that changed on the 16th of March because it got to the point where Jennifer and I were receiving threats against us, and it just had to stop. And I either had to go off the air and just forget about this, or I had to go do something else entirely through other means. And one of the options that was available to us was to take this channel and offer memberships to true viewers of this channel who really wanted to be here as investors and find out how the market worked. And I chose that path quite happily because it was becoming completely unacceptable and out of control on the other side. And it didn't help that there were other YouTubers out there fanning the flames against this channel, and none will be mentioned here. It didn't help at all. And so we shifted this channel, and we went with a membership program last year on the 16th of March. We applied, I think it was the 15th, and on the 16th they said yes at YouTube. We had to apply for it. And we brought out the $9.99 a month Chilling with Uncle Bruce membership level just to kind of get things started. And a high number of you responded right away, which was just a godsend to us. And it took the heat off, where we now found that the 99% of the trolls disappeared instantly. We stopped all comments on all videos on this channel. Even now, you cannot make a comment on any of my videos because it is impossible for me to regulate it. YouTube, unfortunately, is so open, even with all the controls they've put in place, that it's impossible for me to monitor the comments section on my videos, and so I still can't turn that on. As a matter of fact, I think a number of YouTubers in the last few months have had to shut theirs down as well, because the bots that are out there to spread false information about whatever we talk about, and then there are the imposters, the people who pretend to be me, to try to talk to you guys and then try to suck you in to respond to their messages so they can now steal your identity and steal your money and just create havoc like you can't believe. I have heard of channels being kicked off of YouTube because of comments sections being open, where the hate messages are so prolific and so vile that YouTube shuts the channels down because of these absolute terrorists that are out there. And so this channel has completely changed from a year ago to where it is today. And we've evolved this channel now over the last year, and I've added now the Gold BAGEL membership program, where I try to give you more for what I'm doing. It'll cost you more, but I think you get a lot more. And I thank all of you who have come with me and stuck with us through this last year and these last few months. I really appreciate it. It has been a tough go since November's all-time highs of the markets, because it's easy to be a YouTuber and talk about the markets when the markets are at all-time highs. It's so simple. And when the CNBC says, oh, today we hit a new all-time high for the Dow, the 28th new high of the year. It's so easy to be on YouTube to do that because you're just spreading good news all the time. It's tough when you have to be the guy to tell you what's really going on. And sometimes markets don't go up all the time, and they go down for a lot longer than you think they're going to go down, and they go a lot further lower than you thought they could go. And that's where you find the difference between inexperienced people on the air and those of us who've been around a while. And this is why I keep tempering things, trying to keep you calm and trying to keep you the long-term outlook, because it isn't an 8-second attention span world in which we're in. We're in a planet that has more than an 8-second attention span, life here. We have to be on guard 24/7 all the time. And so there are YouTubers who've disappeared and who don't do live telecasts anymore. They don't talk to you about what's going on in the market, or they've stopped doing whatever it was they were doing before. A lot of promoters have disappeared and have been replaced by other promoters. Some have changed completely what they do and what they're doing now. It's okay. It is the world at large. It revolves every 24 hours, and it constantly is evolving along with YouTube, the markets, and the people in it. And so I'm still here doing what I'm doing. It's low tech. It's just a guy in front of a computer. Right now in Calgary, you're watching a homeless man talk to you about what's going on in the marketplace, and that's the plan. And if you're good with it, thank you, and I appreciate you all being around. So there you have it. Thank you for becoming members of this channel. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed to this channel. Thank you all. Those of you who support this channel through donations and whatever, thank you all. It just keeps us running along. And Jennifer and I, we talk about this channel all the time between ourselves and where we're at and what's going on. And I thank you all for being here. So there you are. We're up 319 points on the Dow. Thank you, Dow Jones, for a nice little start today. We're up 27 now on S&P. It looks like we're climbing here. We're up 56 on NASDAQ. It is the laggard, which I find interesting because in the pre-market, it was the winner. We'll see how this turns as the day goes on. I'm showing Rocket Lab up 3 cents at the moment. I'm showing SoFi down 18, which just makes me go like, really? It's down 18 cents. Right? That's your plan? 18-cent down dip on SoFi makes no sense. Buy it up. GameStop, $100, 76 cents, up 19 cents. AMC is down 41 to 14.91. Matterport up 13 to 7.25. ME down 13 cents to 4.03. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Spire 210 up 6 cents. Stupid price for the stock. HIP 178.5. Makes no sense. Smart Rent 649 and Sextera 1226. Smart Rent is a bargain. Sextera, the one winner of all the SPACs we're following. What can I say? It is what it is. And so we buy low and we wait it out, or we write leaps and we keep averaging down and we keep building our positions and we just stick to our plan. And we're here for the long term and nothing is going to change that. And there it is. Welcome one, welcome all to this channel and the following of this very old YouTuber who encourages you to, the next time you see your mom and dad, give them a longer hug than usual. You don't know how much longer you can do that. You never know. Anyway, thank you all. We're good to see you here. Remember when Uncle Bruce announced he was selling his home, so many comments about how Uncle Bruce is going to vanish on us, using that against him. It was the attacks never ended. And they never will. There are these folks out there who are not fans of this channel and will stop at nothing to spread whatever rumor they can about it, wherever they can do it. It is what it is. It is YouTube. And when you open yourself up to the world, you're opening up yourself for attacks. And that's just the price you have to pay to be a YouTuber. But I'll tell you right now, I'm enjoying doing this a lot more than I've enjoyed doing anything else I've ever done. This is absolutely wonderful. The freedom that I'm allowed to be on the air from Las Vegas, to be on the air from Palm Desert, to be on the air from a Holiday Inn in Palm Desert, to be on the air with you from Creston, and now Calgary, hopefully Europe this year later. Wherever we are, we're on the air. Am I complaining? Nope, I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful. Is everything perfect? Nope. No, not everything. It never is. Welcome to the World 101. It never is. But we adapt and we get through it and we continue on and we don't stop. And so there you go. Welcome one, welcome all. At the moment, we got the Dow up 320, NASDAQ up 26, S&P up 26, NASDAQ up 43. Oil up 154 a barrel to 107.56. We just don't seem to have a panic scenario on oil right now. Not surprising, because the world has not come to an end. Just because Russia sends in a bunch of tanks and anti-personnel carriers and everything else into Ukraine doesn't mean the world comes to a stop as an entire planet. It's an inconvenience, to say the least, and it's an outrage, yes. And we will deal with it, and we will make people pay the price for doing what they're doing. But do we stop driving our car to the grocery store? No. Do we stop working? No. Do we stop watching TV? No. Do we stop watching Uncle Bruce on YouTube? I hope not. Life goes on, and oil does not need to be at $110 a barrel whatsoever. We are drowning in it, and I'll repeat that. We are drowning in oil. There is oil everywhere. It just has to get to where it has to go efficiently, and it'll be fine. And you remember, there are people out there who are paid to push the price of oil up by bringing out news stories or whatever, fake stories or hyped up situations to keep that price up, because there are certain people out there who do really well when oil hits certain prices. Some of the folks who do really well with high oil prices are not friends of ours. They're not our friends. They're not backing us up. They're not there to um, be there when the chips are down. They're not those kinds of friends. You know who I'm talking about. You know who they are. We've heard about them all the last 2 weeks. There are certain entities, groups, countries that are not friends, and they're loving it that we are paying through the nose for a commodity that we actually have in our own countries, tons of it, and yet these prices are ridiculous. Keep that in mind, and there's a way to get back at these guys, and you know what that is. Just use a little less of it, and we'll be fine. We will be just fine. But there are certain leaders we have in Canada and in America and in Europe who are not necessarily thinking the same way we are with respect to who our friends really are. They have a feeling that there are people out there who really are our friends, and when they're really not. I find that really unfortunate. But there's a way to take care of these guys. It's called the ballot box. But it's up to you to decide what is enough and what is not enough. It's totally your call, not my call. I'm just an old man that won't be around much longer to influence the worldwide opinion on anything, because I'm 66. Well, what's the big deal? I can yap for now, but eventually I won't be able to yap anymore. So you're going to be on your own eventually, kids, and you're going to have to take the world over yourselves. Hopefully you're doing it now, and I can just kind of coast along for the ride. Rocket Lab is down 4 cents at the moment. SoFi down 20, GameStop down 174, AMC down 73 cents, Matterport down a penny, ME down 15, Spire is up 2 pennies, ATIP is up 3, SmartRent up 19, and Sextera is up 14. So we have 4 winners, 5 losers of the most active stocks we follow. And that's what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 down, 4 up, and then there's AMC down 71 cents. Robinhood down 6 cents. Vanik down up 210. Home Depot up 280. IBM up $1.40. Microsoft up 245. These are all good, solid gains. Apple still down 90 centinos. Goldman up $4. Cisco up 138. Facebook down 639. Amazon up $28. Tesla down 970, and Google up 1059 right now on some of the bigger stocks we follow. There you have it. There's the story. Thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate this. Keep an eye open for option writing opportunities when they arise, and we'll see what gives. GameStop right now, 99.08, doesn't want to go up today. Down 148 a share. GameStop does not want to go up today, interestingly. Earnings are coming out next week. You would think they'd run up to 120, 130 on anticipation, but GameStop's history of reporting results and then elaborating on them is so pathetic. It's the one Achilles heel of Ryan Cohen. It's his Achilles heel. He believes he's doing it right by not speaking, but I think he's doing it wrong by not speaking. Shareholders need to be reassured, and I find it unfortunate that a lot of GameStop people need me to reassure them that GameStop is okay. I think it should be coming from the chairman of the board, and I'm more than happy to echo his thoughts. But we're not getting his thoughts, and I kind of go, hey, Ryan, hey, man, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell people about GameStop because you're not telling us about GameStop. So you kind of let me hang here, and, stock goes under 100. I get blamed for it because I'm the only one who's a cheerleader. It would really help if you kind of, reassured all of us that we're all on the right track. You could do that really easily. Would be kind of nice. But hey, you want to come on my show, you're more than welcome, Mr. Cohen. We'd love to have you as a guest on my show. We'll talk about what's going on. That would be fabulous. I'll be more than happy to give you a platform to say hi to my viewers and say hi to the world. It'd probably be good for my ratings. To be selfish about it, it would be good for my ratings. Now, if you want to send someone over here that's a VP, a senior VP, one of your investor relations people, to talk to us here, I'd love to have them as a guest. Just reach out to me. My email's right here. You can't miss me. It's available for you to write me a comment. Hey, Bruce, I watched you. Someone told me you were talking about us, and you'd be willing to put someone on the air about. I'd be, yeah, sure, yeah. Hey, anytime, you bet. How much time you want? I can extend this show. I can put up a special show just for you if you want. I mean, do tell me tell me to jump, and I'll ask you how high. I'm more than happy to help out, but you gotta want it, man. You gotta want it, and I just don't know. Anyway, I'm there. We'll just see what's going on. What can I say? I'm doing the best I can with what little I have, and there you go. All right. So yeah. Anyway, Nicholas, stink bid on SoFi hit. I got my 2,000 share of SoFi. Thank you for buying up cheap SoFi. 915 now on SoFi. The low of all time on the markets, 882 for SoFi. That is the low of lows on SoFi. Could it hit that today? Yep, it sure could. Will it? I don't know, but there you have it. Volume on SoFi this morning, 7.29 million, and there it is. Mr. Noto, and anyone to do with SoFi, you want to come on here? More than welcome to come on here. Anybody from Rocket Lab, SoFi, GameStop, Matterport, ME, Spire, ATIP, SmartRent, Sextera. Any of you guys want to be on here? You want to talk to us about whatever you want to talk to us about? I'd be more than happy to have you on here as a guest. You just let me know. More than pleased to give you a platform to speak. I couldn't think of a more friendly place you could come to let us know what's going on. What are your thoughts? What's your upside? What's your hopes, dreams, aspirations? That would be great. Let me know. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. I don't know. That just I'm just trying to do what I can do. Anyway, Bruce, JC wants to know, what are your thoughts with the split on buying Amazon? I know the company sells great lamps, but more interested in stock advice. Amazon, well, 20-for-1 stock split, it's about time. It's only 5 years too late. Same with Google. They should have done this years ago. They could have both been included in the Dow Jones 5 years ago. Would have done the Dow Jones a favor, would have done investors around the world a favor, because these stocks were excluded from the Dow 30, yet they're some of the largest, most valuable companies on the planet. I kind of like the idea that this is happening, because it's kind of like, well, we're going to reward our retail investors with a little bit of liquidity here. Like I say, any stock over 500 a share, split the damn stock. Split it. Do a 2-for-1, a 4-for-1, a 6-for-1, 10-for-1. Get your stock into that 100 range, 50 to 150 range, quick. Get it down there and open it up to retail investors. These are the folks that are the most loyal. They'll stick around the longest. They'll stick through thick and thin. Institutional investors will dump you in a heartbeat. So-called hedge funds, there's no loyalty with a bunch of hedge funds. These guys are out. They're in today and they're out later today. They can afford billions of dollars of stock. They can afford to short you to the tune of billions. Retail investors are the hardcore investors of your companies that really will stick it out with you guys. If they believe in your vision, they won't ever sell. Give them a chance to buy this stuff. But anyway, that's what it is. I'm happy about the split. I really am. I'm happy. What I'm wondering about is will the shares back off in the next few days and weeks as things calm down a little bit? Because that's usually what happens. The first day or two, you get a pop in the market, and then you have a back off. And that's what you're looking for. I'm looking for Amazon around 2,600. That would be great. That'd be a great pickup at 2,600 a share in that neighborhood, because that's $130. And once it splits, it probably will reach 150. Maybe it'll reach 160, but I'd like to be in at 130. I would love to see my viewers get into the options of AMC. AMC, of Amazon and Google. I would like to get them into Google and Amazon options. If they can afford to buy one contract in the money and now write poor man covered calls against them, that would be great. Because by the time they do the split, they will have 20 call options that they can write call options against. And there's liquidity and there's some upside potential there. I love that idea. So look, Google is a 26 51. 52-week high is 3,000. The low is 2,000. We're down $1.92 on Google at 2,600 something, so maybe 2,500 might be in the way. Be coming back here. Amazon, the high for the last year, $3,700 a share. The low, 2,600. Amazon right now, 29.41. If you can get it around 26, 2,700, great buy. A really great buy. Buy 5 shares of either of these, and you'll end up with 100 shares, which means you can write a call option once the split is done. But if you buy options, I think that's your better way. Buy options for next January or beyond, at the money, in the money, slightly out of the money, and you'll have 20 of them later. And let's see what happens. You might be writing poor man covered calls against these. That would be great. But look for the deals. Okay, there it is. Anyway, folks are talking about stink bids on SoFi at 901. Right now we're at 908. You might be getting hit closer than you thought. I'm not sure if that's the low, but hey, trying to get it. Let's go. Get your hands on this stuff. If you can scoop it, steal it, steal it. There it is. I got 100 more at 901, says Credit Savage. I got it. I got it at 901. $9 was the low of the trade here. This is what it's about. Score this stuff. I got more at 905. Grab this stuff. You want to write calls on it? You want to write leaps on it? Write leaps and buy more stock. Yeah, definitely. Steal this paper off the street. The more shares you can get your hands on, the fewer shares are out there for anyone else to trade with. And that just creates a shortage. And the bigger the shortage later, the higher it flies. It's just so simple. But you got to want it and you got to believe. And folks, if you're out there scoring this stuff, way to go. 908 now on a dead cat recovery. Put in your stink bids. 901, 896, 891, 886, 881, whatever. Put in your stink bid. You might get it. You might get it. I don't know who's stupid enough to sell this stuff. Whoever's selling SoFi at 9 is not selling it because of the corporation. They're selling it because of the stock. They're selling it because of their own situation. They're probably under pressure with other investments, and they're getting hammered by their brokers, and they need cash. And that is why this stock is coming in. That is my opinion. I'll stick with that. And that's the same story with Rocket Lab. It's the same story on Matterport, ME, Spire, and ATIP. Smart Rent, they're selling the stock because they need money, and they've made other stupid bets. And that's the way it is. And eventually, these prices become the lows. And 3 months from now, 6 months from now, if we're trading at 16 to 18 a share, $20 a share on SoFi, we'll look back and go, oh, wow, I remember when they were way down there, and I remember getting some, but I didn't buy enough, but I remember getting some. Or others will say, I didn't buy any and I should have. It is what it is. You've got to have the long-term view. Anyway, there it is. It's just a no-brainer on SoFi. That's it. My stink bid at $8.99 was not hit. Yeah, Vash, you're not going to get hit at $8.99. That means all the $9 stock had to have been bought first. You were way behind the group to get it. You really want this stuff, you should have gone 901. That's a stink bid. $8.99 is not a stink bid. You might think it is, but it isn't. $8.99 is a bid where you don't really want to buy it. That's really what that is. You really don't want this stuff. You say you do, but you don't. 901 would have been the way to go, and still is the way to go right now. It's at 910. Put in a 901 bid. Go up 2 pennies, man. You want it? Go to 901. You have a shot at it. But at 8.99, too many buyers in front of you before you get a shot at it. And if really you want to pay $8.99, you might as well put in at $8.91. Forget about $8.99. Go down to $8.91 because it's going to go under 9. It's going to go right down to $8.91 if that happened. I don't know if it will, but you didn't want it. I'm just saying. Sorry if you don't believe me, but I don't think you want it. It is what it is. Sometimes Bruce is mean. Oh, the old man is mean sometimes. What is it with this guy? Just hug your mom and dad a little longer this weekend. That's all I'm saying. Okay, it'll be fine. 145-point gain on the Dow right now. We're giving up a little bit of ground here. We're testing these gains as I figured we would. It's the 38th minute into the market. You got to test this opening to see if it's really real or not. Are we going to go back up 300, 400? We're going to find out once we test this game. How serious is this money coming in today? That's what we're finding out right now. Ooh, what can I say? Don't you think it's a good time to wait until next week to go and buy in more? Well, look, you can always play this game. You can always say, well, I'm going to wait till next week because I'm not sure about this week. You're not an investor. You're now gambling. You're guessing. You're a guesser. It's okay to be a guesser. It's okay. You don't have to commit today. I just say that when there's a snap rally and when we really get one, and we haven't got one yet, we had a 600-point gain on Wednesday and a wishy-washy 160-point drop yesterday. We have not had a snapback rally. A snapback rally lasts 2 weeks, and in this case, we'll move the Dow up 2,500 points. That's a snapback rally. We haven't had one yet. When we get that, SoFi is $15 a share, and you're going to go, oh, why did I wait till next week? Why did I do that? I never commit to I never commit to my stock. That's normal. This is what human nature is. This is exactly what human nature is right there. You think it's gonna? Should I wait till next week? What do you think? I think Uncle Bruce needs a hug. Yeah, Bruce needs a hug. Uncle Bruce needs a hug. Oh, what can I say? Lesson number 13, stink bits. There you go. Lesson number 14, hugs. There you go. Yep. Anyway, what can I say? Hey Vash, I'm not a one order simpleton. I had another order at 902 and my stink. I didn't want to spend more than it was 890. It's okay. I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying whatever. It's okay. It's all good. I just need a hug. That's all. I just need a hug. It's all right. Vash, you're good. You're good. Are we having fun yet? Lesson 15, green screens. Lesson 16, lamps that aren't there. We got all kinds of lessons to worry about here. Tons of lessons coming up. Oh, God. We're up 125 on the Dow. Rocket Lab is up 2 cents. SoFi down 31 to 910. GameStop 98.25 down 231. Oh boy, AMC down 71 cents. Matterport down 11 to 702. ME down to $4, 17 cents lower. Spire 198.5 down 5.5. ATIP up a half a penny. Smart Rent up 6. Sextera up a penny. That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at. That's it right there. That's it. What is going on? We're up 137 on the Dow. Oh my. My gosh. You know what Uncle Bruce needs? He doesn't need a hug. He needs a Snickers bar. He's off his rocker today. He needs a Snicker bagel. That's what he needs, a Snicker bagel. Oh, poor Uncle Bruce. He's having a tough time today. Mail. What else is going on out here? I get all these offers in the mailbox for deals, travel deals and stuff, and unbelievable. You know what? I want to talk about something that came up to me today, that hit the other day, and I'm gonna talk about it on this channel. As a YouTuber and as an influencer. I'm going to mention something that happened to me the other day. A little personal story. And Dow's up 63 right now. We're testing the Dow right now. I have. There's one thing that I like to buy for myself. That is an indulgence. Okay. I don't have to have this. I don't have to. I don't have to be. I don't have to spend as much money on this as I do. I can live without it. There are other brands that I could use rather than this one brand. All right. So that's my caveat going in. I'm just warning you, okay? What I'm going to talk about, I don't really have to buy this, but I like to. And I have been buying this item since 1997, probably. Yeah, maybe even 1995, okay? My attitude has been that this one item I buy is a luxury item that I can afford. It's kind of like It's kind of like you go to Dairy Queen to get an ice cream cone, knowing that paying $4 for an ice cream cone is stupid because you can buy a gallon of ice cream for $6 or $8 and then have gazillions of ice cream cones if you make them yourself. But you love the Dairy Queen, maybe double dip chocolate ice cream cone, or you love the sundae, or whatever it is you love at Dairy Queen. Or you go to Ben and Jerry's and you buy an ice cream cone there, knowing that what you are paying retail for this is ridiculous. It's okay. Godiva chocolate, uh, See's candies. You get it? Okay. So I have an indulgence where I like to buy this one item. And I know I can buy it for probably 1/5 the price for 20% less, like 20 cents on the dollar. I could buy this item anywhere, but it's not the brand and it's not the version. Okay. Having set that up and teasing you enough, um, I like to use for men the Chanel underarm stick. It's a deodorant stick from Chanel that is of a certain brand. There's like 4 different Chanel scents for men, and there's one I particularly like. Okay, when I buy this thing, if I buy it in the United States, it's like $35 for one of these things. All right. Now, if I go to a CVS or a Walgreens or a Walmart, I can buy a deodorant stick with any of the brand names that you all know out there, hundreds of brand names, dozens. And I can buy one of these things for $5, $6, $7, $8 easily. But if I want this particular brand and this particular version of this brand, it's going to run me money. And it's going to run me $30, $35 in America. And it's going to run me in Canada $45 for this one item. Okay? It's my one indulgence. Although this winter I did get to rent a Tesla and I loved it. And that was another indulgence that this channel afforded me. Fair enough. Okay. But this thing, I've been buying this since the mid 90s. I remember paying $18 for them, $20. Then they went to 22, and then eventually they just go up every year, about 5% a year, 10% a year, every year. Okay. Now here's my thing. When I buy this item, wherever I buy it from, I go to the store where I can find it. I usually am with a sales associate because usually you can't handle these by yourself because they are kind of pricey. There's a lot of margin in these. But where I buy these from is usually in Canada. I'll buy them at a Shoppers Drug Mart. But there's only a handful of Shoppers in Calgary that stocks this. Maybe 4 of them, maybe. Most Shoppers don't even stock this. They'll have Chanel for women, but only 1/10 of the product line. Some of the Shoppers stores will have half the product line. If I go to Saks Fifth Avenue, they usually have the entire product line. Or if I go to a Macy's in the US, they'll usually have. Okay. So, hi, Jen. So, what I'll do is I'll go to a store and I'll ask them, do you have this product? And they'll look for it. Sometimes it's available right in the display case. Sometimes it's hidden because they don't think to bring it out all the time. I don't know why. And then I ask to inspect it. I want to see it. I want you to open the lid. I want to see inside to see if it's fresh. Because if you buy deodorant, no matter what brand you buy, these can evaporate as they get older on the shelf. And I have had experience in the years and years and years of buying this product. It's now 27 years. That's right. It's very dry here. Where I open it up and it's half gone. It's shrunk by 50%. Well, I'm not going to buy this.
Well, the other half is not usable now.
Yeah, it's unusable. I want a fresh one. If I'm going to pay top dollar, I want the. At Shoppers, they don't have a problem with that. Over at the Shoppers Drug Mart store, not a problem. Yeah, open it up. Let's take a look and then close it back up. By opening and looking at it and closing it, you do not ruin the product. You don't make it unsellable. All right. And if it's fresh, I'm buying it.
That's right.
It's a sale. I want it. I'm not looking and
it's
then I'm
not
going to
fresh,
leave.
It shouldn't be on their shelf anymore.
If it's not shelf, it shouldn't be on the shelf anymore. You should take this off your
Right.
shelf. You should return it to Chanel and have them replace it.
Right.
Because most of the stores that I talk to, they tell me that's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
They'll open it up and, oh yeah, we're returning these. We're getting fresh ones sent instead.
Yeah.
I went to Saks Fifth Avenue in Calgary the other day. Now, the folks at Saks Fifth Avenue have a wonderful store in Calgary. It's in the Chinook Mall. It's a beautiful place. They spent a lot of money setting it up years ago. It's now been there for like 4 years. And there's a department inside Saks for Chanel. They have a Chanel little store. They have all the other brands. They have the little stores for their fragrances. They have a Chanel department. I go in there, and there's nobody in there, and I know why, because there isn't very many people in this place. It's a high end brand store, and there's 10 people in the entire cosmetics area, and there's 5 reps, sales associates looking after them. And I eventually got the attention of an associate, and they came over, and I said, "Hi, how are you? I want to come on. I want to go into Chanel. I'm looking for a men's Chanel deodorant stick, and I know which one I want, and I know where you keep them because I've been coming here for years." "Oh, okay, no problem, no problem." So we go in there, and they don't have it on display. You don't see it in the counter. I tell them it's the second drawer down. It's not the first drawer. It's the second drawer. It should be in there. If you have it, it'll be there. The associate opens it up, and they found 2 of them. They had 2 of them in stock. "Great. Would you like to buy one of these?" I said, "I would, except I would like to inspect them first." Ooh, inspect them? "Yes. I like to open the box, take it out, unscrew the top, and take a look at the deodorant stick. I want to make sure it's all there." "Oh, I don't know if we can do that." "Yes, we can do that. We've done it for years. There's nothing wrong with it." So I opened the first one before the associate can react. It's 90%. It's at 90%. 10% shrinkage already, 90%. So I close it. I said, "I'll probably buy this one. If the other one is worse, I'll still buy this. But let's take a look at the other one." "Oh, we can't just open all of these." Eventually, I said, "Look, you've got a sale. I'm buying one. I'm buying this one, or I'm buying this one. You got a sale. Don't worry about that. When I leave this store, you will only have one left for sale. Do not fret about that, but I want the freshest of the 2. Well, it took 5 minutes with a little bit of kibitzing, but finally, we opened her up, and it was the same. It was at 90%. Obviously, both came in at the same time from wherever they come from, and they were both at the same level of freshness. And I said, "I'll take this one here, and you've got this one for somebody else." But really, another 10% shrinkage, this should go back to Chanel. And in another week or 2, it will shrink because it's dry in this town. We're at 3,800 feet elevation. We have shrinkage here. But in any event, I'll take this one. Oh, okay, so I bought it. Left the store, all is well. Next day, I get an email from Saks Fifth Avenue. And this is what I want to talk to you about. I got an email. "Were you happy with your purchase in our store?" What they want me to do is tell them how great their store is, and how fantastic their sales associates are, and how phenomenal their selection is. I got bad news. I got bad news. First of all, I'm not very happy with your display. You're not even showing the item available. If I didn't know what I know from experience, how could I have ever purchased this item in the first place? I happen to know you carry it because I'm a repeat customer. And I came in here, I told the associate where to find the item because the associate is clueless. It's a young gal who just has a part-time job at Saks, and she's just thrilled to have a job, and she doesn't know anybody. How should she? How could she? So I had to do the work. I had to find it, and then I wanted to inspect it, and I was getting squawk from the associate about inspecting an item that is $45 that I can buy for $6 in another brand name somewhere else. Not the same odor, of course. It doesn't have the brand name on it. So I filled out this questionnaire with my commentary. I got an email 3 hours later from this gal at Saks, dismissing my little thing that, well, not all items are on display, and I would be curious to know as how you were able to determine that there was this issue with the item. And I thought, I'm not the problem here. It's not me that's the problem. And it's not necessarily the item itself that's the problem here. The problem here is your store, your display of items in the store, your training or experience of your associate. That's the problem. It's a Saks problem, Saks Fifth Avenue problem. It's not Bruce's problem. It's not Chanel's actual problem. It's a Saks Fifth Avenue problem here. But this gal just got rid of me as quick as she could with her little 2 sentence reply that we're fine. It's you, and it's the problem. It's the product. It's not us. I beg to differ. I responded and got into more detail. I haven't heard a thing since because this person does not want to engage with me anymore because now it's on the record. And if she responds, she might have to answer to her first response to what was going on. And I get it. This is the way it is. You claim to be customer focused about customer satisfaction, but when you get a beef, you back off and you don't want to engage anymore. I totally understand. Welcome to today's Retail 101. Here's the problem with Saks Fifth Avenue, I think. I think if you go throughout that entire cosmetics department, I will bet you half the items they carry are not on display. Why? Because there's so much product that each of these brands have, you don't have the counter space for it. And you definitely, absolutely do not have the staff trained to sell it. They're clueless. These are university kids that have a part-time job. You've given them the title of an associate. You are pretending to be a high-end fashion retailer in a scenario where they're not high fashion qualified retailers. These are kids you're hiring for as little as possible, as few as possible, to keep your costs down. You don't have the retail footage to show off the merchandise to keep your costs down. You're losing money. You're trying to get by. I get it. You're not succeeding. And now you are cutting corners everywhere you can to hang on until Valentine's Day sales, Mother's Day sales, Father's Day sales, and Christmas time. That's what you're all about. The rest of the year, you're just going on the cheap. You've got the name, you've got the panache, but you ain't got the goods and you can't deliver. And I see right through it. And the problem is, I'm the guy with the money. I have the money. I can buy from you. I can buy from Shoppers. I can buy from the Bay. I can buy from Macy's. I can buy from any other retailers that sell this stuff. I don't need you guys. I don't need you guys. But you need me. And you need a guy like me to spread the word. And I'm not spreading the word. And I'm talking to 360 wonderful people out here about my experience. Whether it means anything to you or not, it doesn't matter. But if 2 or 3 of you are going, hey, yeah, I'm noticing the same thing. Yeah, I'm not so impressed either. That's bad news for Saks Fifth Avenue because you're talking about the top 10 percentile here about people coming in to buy stuff that is unbelievably priced. This stuff never goes on sale. All right, I have never been sent an offer by email ever where my Chanel product is on sale, 20% off this week. Never, ever is it on sale. You need me to pay full price every time I walk into that door. And I'm telling you that most of the times when I walk into that door and I leave, I'm not happy. Either because you haven't got it or what you got is so rotted out, it's unsellable. or I get service like I get service. You're losing and you're losing and you're losing each time. I'm not a fan, and this is not good for business. It's not good for you guys. But you know what? The manager and the senior manager, they'll never hear because this young gal has no power. She has no influence, and she is not listened to by any management. She's a grunt that's been placed into this position unfairly, and she's on the front lines of having to deal with me. And stupidly, Saks Fifth Avenue is putting young kids in this department, which is the highest grossing margin department they've got. They don't make any more money than they make in this department on anything else they sell. I'm a retailer. I know what I'm talking about. They're idiots. The only people that should be in that department are highly trained, brand name professionals that will take care of a guy like me to the nth degree and will be on my side on the entire argument. But they don't. And this is costing corporate retailers like you cannot believe. If this was a mom and pop shop, I wouldn't have this issue whatsoever. They'd be waiting for me. Oh, you're back. Oh, Bruce, you're back. It's good to see you again. Are you still looking for that product? Can I show you something else that just came out? Service with a smile. I don't get that at Saks Fifth Avenue. I don't get that at most retailers anyway, because now most retailers are giant corporations that have crushed the little guy out of business, and now they're on a margin. They're on a margin business. They're margin sellers. We keep our costs down. We grind our landlords lower. We bring in the cheapest price staff we can, and we grind our suppliers to the lowest price possible and try to stick it to the customer who's coming in to buy. And we as customers are pissed off. Most of us are pissed off because we're just going, you're making me pay full price for 50% of the service and the product is substandard? Lose. It gets to the point where we don't shop there anymore. Or we do what I'm doing here. We talk about you in a negative way to a whole bunch of people that right here are watching me that are of a capacity to be able to buy product like this. A lot of you folks could go into a place like that and buy this stuff for yourself or a friend or a relative as a gift. And I'm bad-mouthing them. Not good for business, Saks. Not good for business. The old man has ranted, and that's that.
Are
Jen,
you
how are
done?
you? She's going, are you done?
I got other tables.
I
Are
got
you
other
done?
tables to wait on, buddy. I have other bagel supplier people to supply bagels to.
Grumpy old man.
Grumpy old man. I'm allowed to do that. I'm 66 now. It's my turn. I've had enough.
The customer isn't always right, but they're always the customer.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, if you would have come into my sports store where I was operating my shop and I needed your sale to make my nut. I got two staff members over here. It cost me $12 an hour a few years ago. $24 an hour they costing me. I need to clear $24 an hour net profit to pay for those two kids. I got the rent, $100 a day. I got business taxes. I got insurance. Then there's me. I'm the last guy to make money. You come into my store, we're all over you. How can we help you today? Oh, you're looking for something for a Dallas Cowboy fan? Oh, let us show you what we have for the Dallas Cowboys. We have 25 items with Dallas Cowboys logos on it. You came into my t-shirt. You left with 5 items, and you were happy. Yeah, because we took care of you. You didn't have any clue we had all this other stuff. Now you're going, this is the best sports store I've ever been in. That's right. And you got looked after royally. And this is a mom and pop shop. Those stores are gone. The Nikes of the world, the Starters of the world, the CCMs of the world, all the suppliers of sports clothing have dumped us and are now only online and selling through the teams directly, through NFL.com. We're out. They got rid of us. And you're the loser because now you don't get to go into a sports store like ours.
You don't get to try it on.
You don't get to try it on. You don't get to. We tell you what just came in. This just came in last week. This is brand new stuff. Look at this. You've never seen this before. Those days are gone, kids. You're getting ripped off. You're being charged top dollar online, NFL.com, top dollar, shipping and all kinds of crap. You're paying way more than you used to pay through
Now
us.
you can put your name on the back of an NFL jersey. You never used to be able to do that. You could only have the player's name.
NFL, but NHL always.
Oh, yeah.
And that was
you
my
put
market.
Anything you want.
I'm in the hockey market, so okay. But NFL is NFL. The NFL's blown it. The NFL blew it years ago on their sales. They blew it years ago. Baseball blew it. NBA blew it. Their numbers are so down on how many items they sell now versus what they used to sell to the public. It's not even close. NHL, same thing. They've completely blown it. But I digress.
Bagel.
Bagel time. What should I have on a bagel today? Well, what do I want on a bagel today? Well, how about mm, having a tough time here. What do I feel like eating? Let's do shmia. Have we got shmia?
Yes.
I'll do shmia.
Okay.
We'll do shmia. Why not? We'll try shmia. Thank you, everybody. We're here. We're alive. We're well. The Dow's up 97 points. It's trying to find itself. It backed off and it came on again. Now it's backing off again. It's trying to figure itself out. Rklb is unchanged. It's doing very well in this environment. It's doing quite well. 874. It's unchanged. Not getting influenced by this market. Sofi 905 down 36 cents. GameStop 95.83 down 473. Not having an update. AMC down 88 cents, not helping a GameStop, that's for sure. Matterport down 14 to 698. ME down 29, 388. Spire down 5.5 cents to 198.50. ATIP down 1/2 of a penny. Smart Rent down 11 cents. Sixtera down 8. Robinhood down 28 cents. Manic Vectors down 79 to 250. Home Depot down 60 cents. IBM up $1.60. Microsoft only up 35 cents at 285. Apple up down $1.08 on Apple. Goldman up 241. Cisco up 83. Facebook down 583. Amazon up 637. Tesla down 24. Google up or negative $6. Bed Bath Beyond down $1.25. Royal Caribbean down 48 cents. Costco up $1.22. We got mixed markets here. Nvidia down 52 cents. Netflix down 535. Moderna up 284 to 142. We got a market that doesn't know quite what to make of it all. We're up 115 on the Dow. We're down on S&P 3.4. Nasdaq down 73. And again, going into the close today, how many people want to be long? How many people want to be optimistically long? Because the Russians won't use chemical weapons in Ukraine or are not going to use cluster bombs. I think they are already. The Russians are annihilating citizens in Ukraine. They are trying to absolutely annihilate them. There is no love whatsoever for Ukrainians from the Russian side because they're being considered subhuman beings. Yet they have Russian ancestry all over the place. It is the goofiest thing ever. A cousin attacking a cousin is what it is. Uncles attacking uncles. It is stupid. This guy Putin, I don't understand how this guy. I do understand how he survives, but this guy's mentality is so unhuman. It is ridiculous, and I don't know. I just have no, there's just no reason for this guy to be here, but he is, and that's what we got. What can I say? Goofy. Rklb up a penny. There you go. There you have it. That's all I'm going to say about that. Welcome one, welcome all to the to the day. There it is. Nice to have you here. Hope you don't mind my ranting and raving. But, it is what it is. So there you go. Anthony, hey, buddy, I waited. I got 1,000 shares at $9 on SoFi. Patience is so rewarding. It's so hard. I got 5,000 now, and I'm saving up more in case it goes to 850. I'll buy more. Now you're there you go. George hates shrinkage. There you go. 8.99 SoFi bid hit. There you go. What can I say? Yep. 8.99. I got filled. There you go. Scoring deals. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. Back in the day. Yeah. Don't mess with Bruce's Chanel deodorant. Don't mess with that stuff. It's my one indulgence. It's one thing. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. What can I say? Yep. President Biden live announcing new sanctions. There you go. What can I say? So can I say? What can I say? Yeah. Yeah, SoFi is so light on SoFi this morning. It's like being forgotten. Unbelievable, isn't it? 904 right now, the low of 898, 16.8 million. That is a nothing burger on volume. We're an hour in. I've seen 25 million in the first hour with some serious buying coming in. It's not happening. It's not happening. The buying isn't here. I hate to say it, but that's what's going on. What can I say? Bruce, if you wore that color shirt in front of a green screen, we'd be getting stock advice from a floating head and hands eating a bagel. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, it is what it is. The Dow up 162, climbing again. We're up 4 on Rocket Lab, 903 on SoFi, 96.25 on GameStop, down 432. AMC down 81 cents. Matterport 701, back over 7 again. ME 386, down 30 cents. Another bad day here. Spire down 5 cents to 199. ATIP up a half a penny to 175.5. Smart Rent down 9. Sextera down 7. That's it. That is the market. We're up 172 on the Dow. We're looking at a green quote now on S&P, but barely green. And we're still down 69 on NASDAQ. So don't know if we're going to get a lot of follow through here. This 177 gain just eliminates the loss from yesterday. That's all it does. So that 600 point gain on Wednesday is now intact. That's how much higher we are from Tuesday's close. And during the day, Tuesday, we were up 550 points at the midpoint of the day, couldn't hold it. So this market has been up more the last 4 days than down the last 4 days, but we're not getting the follow through of a 400 point pop right now, a 500 point pop on the Dow yet. We could get it. I just don't know if people want to be long over the weekend, or will they feel, God, I better be long because Monday we could be up 500 points right off the start, and I don't want to miss that either. So there's this, how do I do this, right?
There you go.
Jen, thank you
Nice
so
and crunchy.
much. Look at
Double toasted.
that. Double toasted. Oh my God. Double toasted bagel with schmear. Ooh. She's got other things to do. She has other tables. She doesn't have time for me today. Look at that toasting right there. Oh, that's good. Let's check this out. Crunchy. This Costco bagel is the way to go, because those sesames have been roasted. Now that it's been toasted like this, they're roasted. Very good. Oh. This is a win. Oh, yeah. This is a good thing. Yeah. Definitely good stuff. Cheers, all of you. Let's hope this makes the markets go up. 902 on SoFi, 96.32 on GameStop, 166 point gain on the Dow. Come on, man. Let's go higher. Let's go up. Come on. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Fabulous. I remember that one day Bruce had bread. That was a TSN turning point right there. Bagel, bagel, bagel. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Look at Rocket Lab. It's up 11. Rocket Lab up 11 to 884. Look at that. Matterport still down 11 cents. Come on, Matterport. Spire's only down 2.5. Come on. HIP's up a penny. Let's go. Smart Rent down a nickel. Let's roll this around. Let's get some up markets going here. Let's get some green in here. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. You know you got to. Oh, boy. These bagels. Oh, this bagel is good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this morning. It's nice to see you here. Yeah. Wonderful. We're up 188 on the Dow. We're climbing. Rklb is up 14. Let's go. Dow's up 213. We're moving. Matterport 705. It's coming up. Spire only down 2 cents. It's coming up. We were at 197. Come on, let's go. Keep it coming, kids. 215-point gain on the Dow. Rocket Lab is 888, up 14 cents now. Sofi 901. Unbelievable. Thank you all for popping in to say hi to us today. It's Friday. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh yeah. This is just what a 66-year-old ranting guy needs. The old ranter, the old man who's ranting away. So many sesame seeds. I'm working on it. Oh boy. Thank you, everybody. 293 votes have come in on the poll question today. Here's what's significant. I have more thumbs ups than poll responders. That's rare. 331 thumbs ups. 293 people have reacted to the poll. 294 now. Taking Uncle Bruce's classes has helped me make money by writing stock options. 47% saying yes, sir. 53% saying nope, not yet. So that's a 6% spread between yes and no out of 295 people who say they have taken classes already. Very interesting. 332 thumbs ups. I thank you all for these. Thumbs ups really helps the cause and the channel and exposure. I love you for that. We're approaching the 1-year anniversary of this channel offering memberships for the very first time. Thank you, all of you who've been here. Whether you've been a member of this channel for a week, a month, 6 months, almost a year, thank you all. So appreciate that. Fantastic. Here we go. Bruce, I'm a snob now. I only want to take Sofi from people silly enough to sell it under 9. There you go, buddy. 903, you're so close. Vash, way to go, man. You're stealing paper from people. I love it. Mm, mm, mm. Oh my. Trying to pick up these bagels off my plate, these sesame seeds with my bagel. Guaranteed to get them caught in my teeth now. Oh my. Mmm. Roasted sesame seeds. Oh, so good. Keep in mind now, Jennifer is watching curling right now. She's got curling games to watch. She's very busy right now, so that's why she's not going to spend much time in here today. Curling is on, and that's all there is to it. The Brier, the Canadian Championships for the men, are on right now. Well, the Dow's up 182. Rocket Lab's up 15 cents. GameStop 97.43 down 313. Great comment from Bama Babe. I think if the question had asked if we were bringing in cash, most would say yes. But if looking at the total portfolio, we're down because the markets are down. It's a fair comment. Sure, fair comment. Zed, 7,970 shares of SoFi made this total with the latest purchase of SoFi at 9. Stealing at 9. Love it. That's the attitude right there. You take this paper away from people. They've given up. They have to sell because they're getting sold out or whatever their problem is. Grab this stuff and steal it now. Yep. Oh, that was good. Mm, 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 mm. That bagel was great. It's time for these markets to go higher. Spire's unchanged. ATIP up a half a penny. Smart Rent's just down 3 cents. Cyxtera down a dime. Come on, baby. They can turn this around in a moment. Anytime. High today on Rocket Lab, 898. We're at 885. Come on, man. Let's go. 955,000 traded. SoFi at 904. 19.2 million traded. GameStop, 97.41. 592,000 traded. Very quiet. AMC at 1466, down 66 cents, was as low as 1432. 13.7 million traded. Very quiet on AMC. Matterport, $7. 2.2 million, down to 693 this morning. Now 7. ME, 382, down 34. Down 35 cents at 382. Volume 1.2 million. It's very, very frustrating. This stock was pushing $5 around last week. It was pushing $5 out of the way. I'm really disappointed that it's here, but it is what it is. Spire is unchanged now. We have recovered to 204 after touching 197 on 316,000. The recovery has been done in the last 5-10 minutes. Interesting. It was sitting around, what was it? Sitting around 198 Now it's 204. Doesn't sound like much, but it's coming back to a break even level. We might break up here, go higher. ATIP is holding the break even line at 177 and a half. Oh, actually, just popped 2.5 cents. It was sitting at 175. It's now 177 and a half, up 2.5 cents. ATIP just popped a couple of pennies on 254,000 total volume. ATIP is improving a little bit. Smart Rent down a nickel, and Cyxtera down 12 cents. The Dow now up 212, climbing again. And we're at 906 on SoFi, 97.82 on GameStop. Trying to go to 98 now on GameStop. Lots going on. As usual, we have activity everywhere. Oil up 228 a barrel right now at 108.25. Trying to get to 110 is an epic thing now for oil. All of a sudden, it's hard for oil to do, to just get to 110. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Coyote, I've eaten quite a bit of SoFi shares this morning, but I'm still hungry. The World Health Organization just said there's an Omicron Delta recombinant variant spreading, the touting lack of current RMNA efficiency. Maybe why big money is pouring into Invoio, I don't know how to pronounce it, for DNA PAN evidence. Well, we'll see what's going on. We need a 10 million share buy wave over the next 5 minutes. That was what we need to get this market going. There you go. We're up 243 on the Dow now. 243. This is the high of the morning since we cratered back. We haven't started yet. We need to be up 400 to be higher, but this is the best improvement since our dip around 10 o'clock this morning. So in the last 25 minutes, we have come back 224 points, and we're climbing. So that looks a lot better. We're at 884, up 11 on Rocket Lab now. SoFi still at 904, and GameStop at 97.70. Matterport 701. ME still at 382. Spire is still hanging in here at 204, unchanged. ATIP is now up 4.5 cents to 179.5. Another 2-cent gain just came through on ATIP. I'm happy, but it's got to go through 2 here. Let's get going, ATIP. Come on, man. Let's go. 180 up a nickel. Let's go, ATIP. Let's go. The needs of Americans for physical therapy is through the roof. So many Americans are behind on physical therapy sessions. So many more need them. ATIP can make nothing but money. Just hire enough staff if they can get them. Hopefully they're getting them now because hospitals are easing up here on all those cases we had before. So hopefully folks are shifting. 183 now on ATIP. We're up 8 cents. We've popped another 3 cents here. Something's happening on ATIP. I don't know what it is, but I'll take it. We're going higher. I'll take that. Let's run it. We're up 8 cents on 413,900 shares. 183 on ATIP. Let's go. Run that puppy. 222 point gain on the Dow. 9.5 on S&P gained. Only down 38 on NASDAQ. So NASDAQ is also coming on now. It's improving. We might be going green across the board here. Let's see what happens here. 230 point gain on the Dow now. 12 on Rocket Lab. Still down at 903 on SoFi. AMC is still off 63 cents. Matterport still down 12. 23andMe is still up 35 cents. Spire is still unchanged at 204. And ATIP is at 180 right now, up a nickel, having just touched 183.84 just a moment ago. So see what's happening. Smart Rent down 3, Cyxtera down 12. Vanik up a penny. Home Depot up 89 cents. IBM up 209. Microsoft is up $2. Apple only down 75 cents. They're climbing here. Goldman is up to 309 now, climbing again. Cisco's turning it around. They're up 87 cents. They're climbing. Facebook down 490. I think that's an improvement. Amazon is up $27. It's climbing. Tesla down only 19. It's coming back. Google is up 950. We're climbing here on the big markets. The big markets are definitely improving. We'll see if this spreads and spreads aggressively across all stocks. We'll find out. We're doing the best we can, kids. There you go. Midnight Adventure. I'm snowed out of work right now. I can't go to work. Time to play GTA V and listen to the show. I'm number 337 on the thumbs up department. Thank you, Midnight. I believe it. I love it. Picked up another 50. Sofi 903 says quick 6. Quick 66. My next stink bid is set at 887. There you go. Scooping up paper and stealing it. Why not? They're giving it away. Take it. 904 last trade. 234 gain on the Dow. 11-point gain on S&P. We're down 36 on NASDAQ. We're climbing again. It would appear we're up a penny on Spire, 205. We're at 180 on ATIP. Volume now 525,000 on ATIP. That's 100,000 in the last couple of minutes. There's some buying coming in here on ATIP. We're pushing 500,000 plus shares. Something's up. I don't know what it is. Are they going to say something? What's going on at ATIP? Just showing a nice little shot here. Spire's had a good little shot too. It's come from 197 to 205 in about half an hour. 326,000, not like unbelievable volume, but Spire is kind of looking better. There's something better looking here. Am I reading too much into this? Maybe. 255 gain on the Dow now. No complaints here. We're up 3/4 of a percentage point now on the Dow. NASDAQ is down 0.21%. So, if NASDAQ were to join the Dow, we'd be up about 150 points here. It's down 27 on NASDAQ. It's actually coming around. And S&P is up again. It's up 14 instead of 11. So there's a little better thing here. Michael took off work early today. I'm number 340, right on Michael Downs. Bart, I'm number 341 on your thumbs up meter, buddy. Way to go, you guys. We're pushing 400 here pretty quick. Can we hit 500 today? That's what I was hoping we would do. During the live show, I was hoping we would hit 500 thumbs ups today. Kind of hoping you guys would hang around for that and get me over that. That would be lovely. Thank you for these thumbs ups already, guys. I appreciate this. 241 gain on the Dow. We're up 13 on Rocket Lab to 887. SoFi now at 906. After cratering on SoFi 898, we're now 906, 904 now. 97.60 on GameStop. AMC at 14.78. That got down to 14.32. So we've had a 46-cent recovery on AMC. We're now at 14.79. That's 47 cents better on 14.4 million. So AMC's climbing right now. And GameStop looks like it wants to go to 98. Matterport 702, hanging around that 7 mark. ME still at 381.5. Spire still up a half a penny, and ATIP is up a nickel at the moment. Smart Rent down 5 cents, 6 down 12. There you go. Looking for any kind of buy wave or recovery wave. See what's going on here. Yeah. Allies, U.S. and allies to revoke Russia's most favored nation status, ending normal trade relations. Again, more bad news for ordinary Russians and something more difficult for Putin to defend against. If what you're doing in Ukraine is so righteous and so right, why is Russia no longer in the preferred trading status? Why have all foreign brands walked away? This is voting with your feet, and it's all digital. We're just, you're out, now you're cut off. And why is it, if Russia is so right, why are all foreign websites cut off from ordinary Russians? Russians are asking this question, why are we being censored with world media if you're so afraid, if you're so sure of what you're doing is right, why would you be concerned about us being talked about in foreign press? You don't think we're mature enough to understand this stuff? Chinese are asking this stuff all the time of their government. Why are we so censored? Why can't we just watch what the rest of the world talks about? We'll make up our own minds. Chinese don't want you to know that. No, no, no. Same with Russia. They don't want you to know. Are you kidding me? 353 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, Zed Estate. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. You got to wonder, any country that has that kind of censorship, what are you so afraid that the public shouldn't know? Why would you have to worry about that? If you're so sure of your country and how great you are, if you're God's gift to this green earth, why wouldn't you know what the rest of the world is saying about you? That makes no sense to me. You're protecting me from lies? Oh, please. Protecting me from lies. Come on. I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. We're up a penny on Spire. We're up 4 on ATIP. Watching this market to see if it's got any more legs in it. We're up 250 on the Dow, up a dime on Rocket Lab. But it's quiet. It's we're good, but we're not like ecstatically good. We're okay. Well, we'll see what happens here. Yeah. Yep. We're watching it all. Okay. Thank you all for being with me this morning. Great to see you. Lots to watch, lots to follow here as we keep grinding it out minute by minute, day by day. It is option expiry Friday day today. And, we'll just have to see how these things go. We've got 311 respondents now. 311 people have responded to my poll question. The question is, taking Uncle Bruce's classes has helped me make money by writing stock options. 47% say, yes, I am making money taking Bruce's classes. 53% saying, nope, not yet, not working for me yet. But 47 saying, yes, it has. Kind of interesting. 311 people have responded so far. 356 thumbs ups have come in here, and I appreciate that very much, everybody. Thank you all for the support on that. Oil at 108 at 108.72, up 270 a barrel. 260 on the Dow right now. 260 gain, 0.78 of a percentage point. 3/4 of a point gain on the Dow. Okay. Watching all the headlines come through as to what is happening here. It looks like Rocket Lab's at 889 now, up 15 cents. The high was 898, and we have a little surge here on Rocket Lab, a little uptick here. Kind of climbed this 15 cents from the break-even level in the last 45 minutes. 1 million volume. That's all it is, just a million. But it is at 888, 889, up 14 cents for Rocket Lab. Okay. 902 on SoFi. It's close to that $9 level. Brought my first 100 shares of SoFi when it was 21 bucks and climbing. I made some money on calls. Now I'm just averaging down. I'm currently at 15 bucks. Gonzo Cruiser, you're doing it right. Just averaging down, coming in here, waiting for another run, and you'll write options again, and you'll write more. Exactly, sir. You will write more and make more. There it is. 226 point gain on the on the Dow Jones with an 8.9 gain, 8.9 point gain on S&P. Pardon me. We're down 51 on NASDAQ right now. So there's a mixed market here going on. All right. All right. Zed Estate. I have a GameStop $100 put. I wrote, it expires today. Do you think I want the stock, or should I roll over per the class? GameStop at 100. I would roll over. If you can roll into another 100 a month from now, 2 months from now, and bring in a big fat premium over and above what it costs you to buy this one, I would do that. Because right now at $97 a share, roughly, this put has a $3 book value on it. So if you wrote another $100 put down the road, can you bring in $5 or $10 of premium? How much can you bring in? That's the question. If you can bring in some premium, you'll be paid more money to keep the same commitment for a little longer time. Get paid for the time. You put your money up. Why not get paid more money for it? That's how I would react to this. You don't want to get exercise. You don't need to get exercise. I would bring in more cash. Let me take a look right here on this market as best as I can see it. I'm showing right now, or I was showing the $100 put with a 266 bid. I don't know what the ask is because I have a limited quote capability here on this big ass iPad, and it's 15 minutes late, so don't mind me. Now, if you go forward in time, let's say you go to May. I'm just curious. Can you go out to May? Yeah, look at that. Look at the 100 for May. It'll pay you 1870 for a May 100. So let's say you're paying $3 to buy this put back. Just guessing, and you can get 1850 $19 by selling the May contract. You're bringing in another $15 more in cash, right? So in this case, the 100, you're committing to buying it at 81.30 a share. That's what I'd be thinking about. You could write a 95, and that'll bring you 15.50 in cash. You could write a 90 again for May. It'll bring you about 13 to 14 in cash, and that way you lower the price that you're committing to buy the stock for. You can play that game too. I would definitely do this. I would be. Don't be afraid to write a put further out in time and get paid for this time. Take the money. Yeah. On the other hand, if you want to write I'll just kind of quick peek here. I think March 25th. So that's a few weeks out from now. The 100s they're 10-10 bid. So worst case scenario, just writing a 25th of March 100 will bring you probably $6 or $7 more than what it'll cost you to buy the put back right now, the rollover. I take the money. I take this cash, man. I take this cash. Stick with the 100 strike price if you want, or go lower if you want, and take a little less. 95s or 755 bid. You might get 755 to $8 for those. 105s, you want to write a 105 for the end of the month, you'll get 13.15 or more for it. But again, if you go further forward in time, you can bring in a fat, juicy premium, committing to buy the stock at 95 to 100, and do what you want with that cash in the meantime. Be committed to buy the stock at 100 a share. Move forward. Just the stock wants to go to 120 a share. You're a happy guy because this premium you're bringing in, $15, $18 a share in premium, it's all yours. Obviously, me. So yeah, take a look at that for sure. Any of you out there, you believe in the upside of GameStop. It's at 96.92 right now. You want to write a $100 call for May of this year. If you can bring in $18 or $19 in cash, you're on the hook to pay $82 for the stock. That's it. And if you get exercised and you do buy it, you could turn around and write a call option on that $82 stock and write a $90 call for 2 or 3 months out. You're probably bringing another $12, $15. Bringing your cost down to 70 a share. Think about that. There you go. Thumbs from Evan. There you go, kids. 189 gain on the Dow. We're backing up just a little bit here. Well, that's to be expected. I think that's what I think we're going to get right now. We're up 189 and we're up 3 points on S&P. We're down 78 on NASDAQ right now. Oil 108.98. Okay. 880 on Rocket Lab, up 6 cents. SoFi back to 894. So the deals are here. 894 now, low of 892. If you do write a put contract on GameStop, and you bring in 1,500 fresh cash, you can always use it to buy SoFi shares at 896 a piece, and write leaps on those for 12.50 or 15 if you want to, for $2 a pop or something like $1.50 to $2 each. Totally however you want to leverage this up. There's ways. Rocket Lab up 4 now to 878. We're coming into a sell wave. No doubt about it. 97.08 on GameStop, which means put premiums are going higher. If you're a writer, that's a good thing. Matterport 698, ME 378, Spire 202 down 2, ATIP 178 up 3, Smart Rent down 15, Sextera down 12. Vanik down $1.50. We're going lower. Home Depot only up 23 cents. IBM up 178. Microsoft is only up 88 cents. Apple's down $1.62 to 156.90. That means deep in the money, Apple calls are getting more attractive all the time. Absolutely more attractive. Goldman 332, still holding a 296 gain here. Cisco up 66 cents. Facebook down 492. Amazon down 23. Tesla down $27, and Google up 560. There we are. 184 gain on the Dow right here. That's it. 894 on SoFi. Ridiculous. Just bloody ridiculous. But hey, Uncle, I'm here. You got some haters on your poll this morning. Probably. I probably do. But that's okay. I wanted to throw it out there. I was curious how many yes votes I was getting. I wasn't so curious about no's. Because if I get 500 people responding and 220 say, yeah, I'm making money on your classes, that's 220 people who watched my classes that are making money. That is legit. The remainder, they may not be making money, fair enough, but they could just be haters that just want to muck it up. Because I think the poll is open to anybody. I don't think the poll is open to just members of this channel. I think anybody can respond. That's my hunch. It's okay. I was really curious about the yes votes. Yeah. Right now, here we are. 321 votes, 47% yes. So that's kind of like, what would that be? 150 yes votes, probably. If you take 322 as the gross, divide it by half, it's 160. Take about 10 off of that. 150 yes votes. 151, 152 yes votes. I love it. I'm a happy guy. That's kind of what I want to know. That's what I was kind of hoping I was going to see. We'll see if we can get the 500 response. I don't know. I don't know how many people have taken the class. Like, I don't really know. I know that I could manually do it, but it would take me days to manually do the count, and I don't have the time and the patience for that. So doing a poll like this among active viewers is probably the best way to go, because those of you who are responding to the poll, you're here today. You're watching me live today, and that's really more accurate to me than someone who took a class 3 months ago and isn't watching me anymore, or hasn't watched me for a while, or whatever the situation is. It's okay. We started the classes in July. So 5, 6, 7, 8 months now it's been since the first class was uploaded. So, 6, 7, 8 months, we've had 10 classes up there. Now we've added a few more. Thank you, everybody, for your following me. I love it. Come on, 891 SoFi. SoFi 893, right here, 893 on SoFi. Get off of Bruce's poll, says Michael. Joanne, thanks for the great show, Uncle Bruce. We'll see you later. Thank you, Joanne. We're on for another 18 minutes, and then we're done here. I'm a definite yes. Farmless. Man, went to get a drink, and my 896 stink bid got smashed. Uncle Bruce, you have polled yes, no, haven't taken. There you go. And we're down. We're up 166 on the Dow. We're up 1 penny on Rocket Lab. 895 on SoFi. GameStop down 386 to 96.70. AMC still at 1468, down 64. Matterport down now under 7, 691. ME 377. Spire 201, down 3 cents. ATIP up 3 cents to 178. Smart Rent down 11, and Sextera down 12. That is where we are at right here, right now. Thank you all for being here. Cheers to all of you. It's Friday. It is Friday. You have survived, theoretically, another week. I don't know how well you've survived it, but you survived it. If you got a mom and dad, give them a hug this weekend and make it extra long, because you don't know how long you can keep doing that. Things change, and we don't like it, but it does. Cheers. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you've noticed, but from time to time, some of you may have noticed You know, Grandpa and Grandma seem to give the grandkids longer hugs than usual these days. They used to give them little hugs. Now they give them longer hugs. Why is that? Underlying message, maybe. You never know. Time is an enemy, you know. Anyway, there you have it. Thank you, everybody, for being here and being with me. If you need to be uplifted from all the depressing news, watch wedding proposal YouTube videos, amateur ones. Pregnancy announcements, they're great. Military homecomings, man, those are great. Those are, oh, I love those videos. I love the videos of people surprising mums and dads and friends coming from overseas, coming back, you know, visiting. I haven't seen them in a couple of years. Whether they're coming to America or they're going to the UK or they're traveling from Australia to wherever, it's wonderful. These are just wonderful videos. They're so uplifting, and if they're done by amateurs, they're genuine and they're really nice. I love watching stuff like that. I love those videos where you have the mom and dad are in the hospital, and mom just gave birth, and the family's coming in to see the new baby, and they're coming in to see a new baby, but there are two babies to come and see, or three, and they had no idea that twins or triplets were being were being produced. I love videos like that. The shock of these people when they go, "What? Why is there another baby here? Why are there two babies? Why are you holding two babies? What? Oh, I love those. The older you get, the more you appreciate this kind of stuff. What can I say? It is what it is. We're up 196 on the Dow. See, the Dow likes it too. When I talk about uplifting videos like this, the Dow goes up. You see what I mean? It's all good. Come on, markets. Let's go. Would be nice. We are so oversold, kids. We are so oversold. ATIP up a nickel, 180 again. It's come back. ATIP volume now, 565,000. Someone's buying this stuff. Someone's not waiting for ATIP to come to them. They're going after it. They're pursuing stock. They're not letting it come to them. What's going on? That's a hint. I look at it as a hint. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm reading between the lines here. Is something going on? Something good going on? Something coming? Somebody knows something I like, and they're going into the stock now. I want it. I want it. Is it a Ryan Cohen kind of a situation? There's an acquirer of the stock going on. Is that it? Maybe I'm reading way too much into it, but when you're at these low levels, anything is possible now. Now you can look for the wildest situation here. Or it could be just an announcement coming next week that might be an economic update. It might be a revision of first quarter estimates. I don't know. Is there a CEO about to be announced? Something, a new direction? I don't know. It's 180. It's up a nickel. No one else is doing this. It's up a nickel. What's going on? We're up 182 on the Dow. We're down 4 on Rocket Lab. It's not getting a good vibe today. It's okay. Rocket Lab's holding in there. It's not getting a good vibe. SoFi definitely not getting a good vibe today. 896. This is ridiculous. So you got to just steal this stuff. But AMC, so Matterport 698. ME down 40. No support yet, really. But ATIP 180 up a nickel. That's odd. A 184 high of the day too. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Yeah. 180 bucks for 100 shares. Hardly a lifetime of savings to take a risk on this thing. 1,800 for 1,000. Yeah. Get 1,000 of these. They go to 350, and you write $5 call a leap, and you can get $1.50 for it. You almost get all your money back. You got it for nothing, and you're getting paid $5 if you get taken out. Is that an okay deal? Buy it for 180 and get paid $6.50 to write a leap when it hits 3 something. I think that's an okay deal. I like making money like that. rather have 10,000 of these instead of 1,000. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm just saying. I don't know. Yeah. Miraculous. I'm not thumbs up number 369. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I love the videos of pets freaking out when their owners come home. Oh, they're great. Those the military people coming home and they're at the airport and the pet sees them. Oh gosh. And when they come home, the proposal with Betty White is the best. I like to watch videos of abandoned dogs. There you go. Those dogs that get saved by caring people. Yeah, I do like that too. Yeah, there are certain videos that just make you feel good, and that you just love them. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. We're up 213 on the Dow. Keep coming on, Dow. Let's go. Let's go. Man, oh man. Thank you all for being here today. We have 371 thumbs ups and counting, still coming in. We have 48% of my poll people saying, you know what, Bruce, out of 328 people, 48% of you are saying, I have taken your classes and I'm making money. I'm making money because of your classes, man. And boy, does that make me feel good. That's like 160 of you, I think, now. 100, yeah, about 160 of you. Pretty good, 48% there. 52%. Not sure how many are bona fide class takers or just haters of the channel. It's possible. It's possible there's some haters there. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. They make me emotional though. Animal adoption. I know these are hard to. Some of these are hard to watch, but they kind of clean out all the senses, don't they? I just love those. Grandma and grandpa being told, or mom and dad being told they're going to become a grandma and grandpa. I love those videos, and I love it when they do the, smile for a picture. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Jenny's pregnant. I love those. Okay, let's do that picture again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Jenny's having twins. Oh, I love that. Fantastic. It's just great. It's just great to see the reaction of these people. Shocked, and shocked, and then all the emotions come out from high to low. You name it. It's incredible. Love that stuff. Anyway, you gotta watch it if you want to experience it. It's a big one when the parents get told they're about to be grandparents. That's a big day. That is a huge day in their lives, because you realize, oh, that's another one of those steps in this ladder of life. Yes, indeed. It's kind of cool though when great grandparents get told. Grandparents get told they're about to be great grandparents. It's usually a lot different than when they get told they're going to become grandparents. Then it's more of a pride thing. And it's more like, yeah, they keep coming after me. They're still coming with that family name. Pretty cool bean stuff. Yeah. Once again, the urge to write is there, but it's a bad time. Just going to have to wait a bit. There you go. We'll just see how it works out. Did you get some good news from Jen Jr.? No, nothing like that. My grandmother is a great grandmother now. Oh my gosh, she's in her mid-90s. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, that's incredible. That's just incredible. Jen Jr. is fine. There's no plan and no prospect. Probably. I don't think so. But you never know. You never know. Thumbs ups, Uncle Bruce. Thank you so much, LL. I appreciate it. If you can hit those thumbs up button, folks, help me out. We're trying to reach. I was hoping we could hit 500 while I was still on the air today, but I only have 5 minutes to go. We're at 373, so it's likely you might be able to get me to 400 thumbs ups here while I'm on the air live. If we can find 27 of you that could hit that thumbs up button, please do, and let's get us over 400 here. And then maybe during the rerun, we'll get the other 100. We usually do, because it's usually during reruns that I get a bunch more thumbs ups from those of you who just don't watch me live because you're working or you're on the road or whatever, it sure, it makes sense. Um, there's just times it's just the way it is where you just don't get the thumbs up that you're hoping for live, but they come in later anyway. So again, thank you all of you for this. Any of these thumbs ups are so appreciated. If you can hit that thumbs up button, that would be great. um, there you are. Let's take a look here, just looking at something kind of curious. Yeah, we get those thumbs ups. They keep coming in, but oh, I love getting them live. It means so much to this channel when the thumbs ups come in live. It's great. 384 now, 16 to go, and we got 400. Thank you guys. Fabulous, fabulous stuff. Um, let's see. Yeah, a few years ago, we took a pic of her with her daughter, then her granddaughter, all the way down to the great granddaughter. It made quite the image seeing the generations line up together. Yeah, yeah. There is a photo in our house of Jen Jr., Jennifer, Jen's mom, and the great grandma. We have one photo, just one. And within a year of that photo, great grandma was gone, and then a few years after that, grandma was gone, and so it was Jennifer and Jen Jr. So that photo is precious, really precious. Yeah, it is literally her lasting legacy. It's right. That's right. She grew up during the Great Depression and now has great great granddaughter born in 2021. What a life! Incredible. Jennifer, okay, just looked over and my pup is currently splashing water out of her water bowl and splashing her paws in that. Holy cuteness. This day is something else, says Cindy. Uncle Bruce, I was looking for an oil stock to maybe invest in, and I came across a leverage stock. What is? I'm not sure what that means. You want to invest in the oil market? Yeah. I'm not optimistic for the oil patch. I think right now there's that little white spot. I can't stand that. Right now we're at 109 on oil, but the moves have happened. I mean, we're done. If you think oil is going to 150, I mean, you really think that's a possibility? Okay, but you should then pick up maybe the most conservative oil stocks like Exxon Mobil, maybe Chevron, a dividend paying, big, fully integrated, whatever that word is. They produce, they find it, they produce it, they refine it, and they sell it to you at the gas station. Integrated oil company. That's where you'd go with a dividend payout. Maybe that's your best bet to go. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not much of a fan of that. Bruce, I just took in $3.15 on a $10 SoFi, $10 January 23's cash secured put. So I wrote a put for $10. I'm prepared to buy SoFi for $10. They just paid me $3.15 for the pleasure. So you're offering to pay net $6.85 for the stock for January 23. I think that's an okay deal. I really do. Yeah, I think that's a very good deal. Very fortunate y'all were able to get that pick, Uncle Bruce. That's history. Michael, integrated. Yeah, I knew the name. I knew the word. I couldn't say it. Integrated. Yeah, there you go. Alrighty. Interesting. We're up 166 on the Dow right now. Rocket Lab is down 7 cents. We're on GameStop at 96.10, down 446. AMC down 63 cents to 14.69. Matterport 688, down 24 cents. ME 375.5, down 41.5 cents. Spire right now is $2.50. So we're down 3.5 cents. ATIP up 4 cents to 179. 4 cents. 584,000 traded. The stock is kind of hanging around this 180 level for whatever reason. It seems to be being nibbled at from time to time. Smart Rent, 626 down 7 cents. Cyxtera down 12 cents at $12 even. That's where we're at on our faves. Um, well, Vanik down 230, Home Depot up 98 cents, now up 80. IBM up 165, Microsoft down 41 cents, Apple down 278, Goldman up $1.79, Cisco up 64 cents, Facebook down 678, Amazon up 1260, Tesla down 34, down to 803 now, Google down 664 to 2647. The Dow up 153 right now, holding a gain. What we got rid of yesterday's loss, almost completely gone, with that gain on Wednesday of 600 plus points. So that's where we are. We have not fallen anymore. It's a sign. There's a snapback rally in the works. Just when it is released and unleashed will be the question. And it isn't going to be another 300 or 400 points. It's going to be a couple of thousand points on the Dow. It will be a barn burner. It'll be a banger upper, and it could be, we could have 20-30% moves on some of our stocks here because we are way oversold here. Way oversold. SoFi up to 12-13 a share would not surprise me. But I can't tell you what minute this will happen. There's too much crap going on in Ukraine and other places right now. Okay, finally, 891 on SoFi failed, says Jennifer. I got it. Finally, the stink bid came in. Nice going. That's what stink bids are all about. Patience, my man. 890 last trade on SoFi. 886 is your next stink bid. 881 is the one after that. 876, 871. That's where you go. If they're going to give it to you, the low of the day so far, too. Nice. That's usually what stink bids are. Lows of the day, if you get them. You never know how low it can go. You never know. It might touch it and then pop right up. You never know. Sometimes you get a sell order for 30,000 shares at market, drops the stock 15, 20 cents. It gets filled, and within a minute, stock's up 15 cents because people tried to get in now because they saw a trade down there and they want in and they missed it. And you're the one who got it because you had a stink bid. That is the secret to success. 889, last trade. 886 is your stink bid price now. 881 behind that. If you get lucky, you might get it. You might not. But that's the way it is. We are at the 3-hour mark for this show. And I got to go. I got to get a rest in here. We'll keep an eye on this market together. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock for the final hour of trading for this week's market. With options expiry happening here today, what is going to happen? Interesting stuff. Some of you might be writing $100 calls on GameStop for this afternoon expiry. Some of you might be writing 98s and 97s to try to score some easy money. Keep an eye on it. If there's some premiums in there, take your money. Maybe you can score a couple bucks. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time, and let's see what's going on. I'm going to try 886 on SoFi. Come on, baby. 890 last trade. You never know. SoFi will be going to the 6-7 range. Let's go. Alberto says, I'll buy it. You just keep giving it to me, man. Okay, kids, have yourselves a good one. I'll see you at 3 this afternoon, and we'll shut this market down for the week at that time. And I'll catch you then. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.